Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Arepu, and hey to everyone else watching out there. Welcome to a stream format that has become a staple for me. A little something I call Shuffle Saturday. If you haven't witnessed this before, I have my game collection loaded into a website called the Backloggery that's behind that Burning Elmo there. Let's get him down from the screen. Thank you, as always, Burning Elmo. That includes this neat little feature where it'll randomly suggest a game out of my collection for me to play. Using that feature, I will play random game from most of the games I own and have the technical setups to stream, currently around 1,600 different games. I'll then play that game unless I decide to veto it, or someone in chat lets me know with an exclamation mark veto that they'd rather see something else. In which case, I'll pull a different game, we'll keep going. As you can see, I only have 2 vetoes for the entire night, whereas you all have twice as many. That being said, I will automatically toss out any game I can't stream, either due to technical issues specific to the game, particularly some older PC games, just I cannot get them to work. It's an issue with OBS, or because they have a massive download size, and I don't want y'all to be just staring at a blank screen for 15 minutes while I desperately try and stall and let it download. Or, because it would get me banned. An example, if the game role is Sakura Dungeon or something. And in those cases, you get to hear my nervous laughter as I frantically click off the screen. It's great fun. You can also use the veto command mid-game to stop it immediately. There is some real curse in my collection. Or use exclamation mark encore towards the end of 30 minutes, and I try my best to give a little bit of a 2-3 minute warning to extend playtime by 15 minutes. There are also some channel point rewards you can spend your garlic coin on to affect things as well, including the ability to outright pick the next game. I also have to give a continuing shout out to my buddy Rapukin. Thanks to his generosity and the magic of Steam Share, I've added around 200 additional games to my randomizer, most of which I've never heard of, I've never played, so it just adds that much more chaos. Just when I was starting to get to know my collection a little bit, Rapu's like, hey, have some more. I'm like, alright. And I am running the last little bit of a prediction if you want to try to gamble to win some garlic coin. The conventional wisdom is that it's always Game Boy in some form or other, but realistically, it's usually PC, because that's most of what my gaming is done on. Mostly. Hope everyone's weekend is off to a great start. Mine was excellent. I got out and about a little bit today, saw a movie that was pretty alright, ate some good food, had a mimosa, walked around kind of an outdoor market, picked up some cool vintage posters, and then proceeded to spread evil and chaos across the land of the Forgotten Realms in Baldur's Gate 3 for a few hours. That game is truly just such a delight when you play like a bastard. And honestly, I'm sure there's still so much more to see. I definitely bumbled my way into a few quest solutions. Hey, Nate. How goes? How goes? Okay, only one taker for the prediction. That's fine. I'll just do a quick refund. So first up for Shuffle Saturday shall be Prison Architect on Steam. This must be a Repu game. This is not familiar to me. Yes, okay, that's not too huge. So let me get it downloading. Oh no, it's a Paradox game. And I probably don't have the 800 pieces of DLC, so it'll probably barely work. But hey, that's kind of fun in and of itself, right? So I'll get that fired up soon-ish. If you'd rather go for something else, let me know with the veto. And the movie I saw was the recently released movie Bottoms, which was a comedy that was kind of like gayer Heathers meets Fight Club, but not as dark. It had its moments. It also had its alright. Oh, and a veto right off the bat from Nate. Okay. Very well, we will go for something else. Instead of Prison Architect, we shall play Wing Commander, The Secret Missions. This is a series I've had a couple brushes with that I've just never really gotten too deep into. I remember the one game of it that has come up on Shuffle I had a decent time with. I don't remember if it was this game or another. I think part of the trouble is I own the console ports and not the PC originals, where I'm sure it's a little bit better. Alright, unless I manage to completely break everything, I should have that up very shortly. Oh, right, updating the category. Pretend like I know how to do this stream that I do nearly every week. Commander the Secret. There is not a category for this on Twitch. Interesting. Okay, we roll with games and demos then. Okay. Sorry, I know y'all are hearing the audio. That should... Why isn't that working? Game? Okay. Oh! World after world is freed as the Kill Rock in a dead run for the safety of their home worlds. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play some Wing Commander. The Imperial forces abandoned all of their enslaved planets. But one. As always, let me know if I need to make audio adjustments. I can't sound balance every game I have. Warhammer 12. You know, they went through a few iterations before they got to 40k. Weapons development planet of the Kilrathi Empire.
It is done, my admiral. The Gravitron weapon is completed.
Excellent. Our fleet has bought us just enough time. Now the tide will turn. Shall the Goddard colony be the first test site? You are standing on the first test site, Commander.
A world under our control? The Emperor will not allow it.
Leave that to me. We must remove all evidence of our work here. How better than with the weapon we have developed? Yeah, one of the Wing Commander games. Wing Commander The Secret Missions. Think of it. Are they like cat people? A small explosion and then, for a few moments, the total gravitational field of the planet increases 137-fold and nothing will remain.
We have received word, my admiral. The Terran fleet is approaching.
Let them come. Let them come. They will find nothing here. But at Goddard, we will provide a welcome they shall not soon forget. This has got big 16-bit Blizzard vibes. Pilot level is not ace. Rookie. Rookie sounds good. I remember being quite bad at the one game of this I've played. Start campaign. My handle is Lambert. This does look familiar. Wait, is this the game I... Okay. Maybe not. Second Lieutenant Vimbert, Goddard System, dateline 2656.827. We are approaching the planet... Sorry. I went into Star Trek mode for a second. Hey, Shot Glass, can you get me a nice drink so I can fly drunk? I do my best work while I'm under. Oh, hiya, Vimbert. Things are happening around here. We've been making a lot of jumps. A lot of jumps. You don't have to be an active duty pilot to realize that something unusual is happening. Keep your ears open and you let me know what you hear, okay? What up, Iceman? Strange things going on. Was on the bridge a few hours ago. Tiger's Claw received a coded transmission from High Command. The Colonel read it and ordered non-essentials off the bridge. Since then, we've been jumping like crazy. We'll know what's happening soon enough, Iceman. True, very true. The tunes are great. Do I just go right into... maybe I should fly the training mission. Get an idea for the controls before I... Which one is my ship? This one? Get ready. Do I have like a... Oh, okay. I do have just like a regular spammy laser gun. Oh, and it runs off of the energy thing right above my radar. I see. I really hate that the y-axis is inverted. That's awful and bad. And why do they ever do this? It is a very well animated hand. Big ups to them. Do I have like an increased speed? Okay, and I can see what directions I'm taking fire from by there. I'm about to die. I feel like I have to be about to die. Okay, I gotta be a little more tactical about this. Gotta let him get right into my sights before I... Okay. Because otherwise I just spam all my shots and I miss them all. Damn it, I need to do a barrel roll button. There's too many of them. I need to hit the ejector seat. You know, in space. Oh, I'm down to only one gun. Star Fox style. Star Fox Shire. Get back here, you. Aha, got another one. Oh god. This is where it all falls apart. That looks like a lot of dudes. Kind of interesting, because I feel like I have to, like, play off the radar. Sort of like I'm playing Metal Gear Solid, a little bit. Where it was just like, just look at the Soliton. And my energy recharge is super... Okay, I think I get the basics. Hopefully that's enough for the story missions. To the briefing room. Mission briefing 0800 2656.8287. Quiet, everyone. We have a lot of ground to cover. As you may have noticed, the Tiger's Claw has made several jumps today, because we've been temporarily ordered out of Vegas Sector. Several hours ago, we received an emergency communication from the Goddard colony in the Deneb Sector. A Kilrathi fleet has attacked the colony using some kind of new weapon. Unfortunately, we've lost communications with the colony. Now we're preparing to jump to Goddard. Sir, does this mean we don't know what kind of mess we're jumping into? Right, we don't know the full extent of the Kilrathi fleet. And we don't know what's happened to the Goddard colony. For now, no one is to talk about this to the crew. However, we won't be alone, as we're scheduled to make a rendezvous with the Nickok. Hickok. She's a diligent class sport loaded with emergency relief supplies for the colony. Oh no, is my first mission an escort mission? Also, we rendezvous with the Marciano, a Venture-class corvette. Mission assignments: Alpha Wing will patrol in Hornets. We need you in our fastest ships. You'll launch immediately when we appear in the Goddard system. If there are any cats in our vicinity, eliminate them. Then I want you to go to Nav 1 and scout for any other Kilrathi activity. Afterwards, proceed to Nav Point 2, where the Hickok is preparing to jump to Goddard. And provide support for her if the Kilrathi attack. I am not going to do well at this, I feel like. Once she's jumped, go to Nav Point 3, where you'll meet with the Marciano. Escort the Corvette back to the Claw, eliminating any threats. Please tell me that since it's like a Corvette, it'll actually fire back and it won't just sit there like a giant target. Vimbert, your wing leader, with Hunter as your wingman. The Colonel moves on to the other wing and squad... Oh. The Colonel moves on to the other wing and squad assignments. Your attention snaps back to him as he concludes. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for launch. Take off every zig. You know what you're doing. For great justice. Ooh. Alright, let's roll. Okay, that must be my wingman. X is... Oh, X is map. Okay, we do have a map. Thank God. Yep, protect diligent class. How do I get out of the map? Start, of course. A is a missile. B is gun. Okay. Got it. Okay, and it works off the same as the training ship. Good. Do I have a way to, like, speed up or slow down, though? Oh, I do! R is accelerate. Max speed of 420. Nice. Oh, okay. Got it. Hey, well, let's patrol space in the name of justice and kill any damn aliens we come across. Set speed to dank. Engage. It seems like very, like... But, oh, do we have hostiles? That looks like hostiles to me. Way to go, nice shooting. They trying to run? Got enemy ships on screen. Let's take out these bogies. Oh wait, there's another one that's closer. Be slow. Oh jeez, he's close. Okay, gotta have at least some speed. Come on. I hope there's not some crap where, like, I have limited fuel or something. Because I feel like it's gonna take me a hot minute to find some of these enemy ships if they're actively maneuvering around me. No, that's nothing. Come on, where is this guy? Oh. Dead stop. Pull a crazy Ivan. No? Okay. That's my ally. There we go. Let me just wipe out these two and we'll be in good shape. My front shield is completely destroyed. This seems bad. There we go. Nothing to it, but I can get a decent bead on him. Accelerate and fly down his throat. Fire when you see the whites of their eyes. Nice. Okay. Let's get back on track. Oh, Destination Tiger's Claw? Am I returning back to base? I guess that's fine. That probably, like, heals me, right? And now I get to just vibe until I heal up. Which is fine by me. You know, the only thing keeping this from being the perfect Saturday is the fact that it's way too damn hot out, still. But admittedly, I'm a big old weenie when it comes to heat. I can't take it at all. I'm so goddamn ready for winter. Just blanket everything in snow. I don't care. Blanket the roads with ice. I just want it to not be like 90 to 100 degrees every day, you know? Okay, probably slow a bit so I don't, like, completely crash here. Objective met. Is there a new objective? Yeah, nav 1. Okay. There is nav 1. Okay. Guess we just had to swoop back around to home base there. I'm very worried that my shield seems to not be repairing itself. But oh well, I'm sure it's probably fine. Probably. Yeah, for whatever reason, Wing Commander, like, in my brain, gets kind of sorted into the same sort of, sci-fi as, like, Starship Troopers, where it's like, they're alien bastards, kill the alien bastards. And, you know, that's fine. That's a style of sci-fi you can certainly do. And it's as good for just good old sci-fi adventures, but I don't know. I prefer things to be a little more like Star Trek. Give me my space operas. I love them. Though, given how some recent Star Treks have turned out, maybe I shouldn't wish for that too hard. Not to say they're all bad. I hear some of them are good, just I refuse to play for Paramount Plus or Discovery Plus or whatever the hell they're calling it this week. Are they the one that changed it to Max? Like, just a streaming service called Max? Hunter's like, Vimber, what are you shooting? I'm like, just firing off a warning shot, in case they think of trying anything. Oh! They didn't heed the warning shot! That is an asteroid. Of course we're fighting them in the asteroid belt, of course. Ah! Hang on. Come on, get closer, you bastard. Hunter, you want to contribute here, buddy? Come on, let me score some hits here. Fine, what are we doing this? God, I cannot catch up to this guy. Imagine if they rated me at the end of the mission on accuracy and they were like, wow, like 5%? What were you doing? And I'm like, listen, I'm trying here. Man. Normally I'd say this in a good way, but this is kind of reminding me of like the dogfights from Star Fox 2. Which those were... Man, I like that game, but the one-on-one fights are, like, kind of infuriating. They're cool, of course, because that's where you get to see Starwolf for, canonically, the first time. They're a fun little band of, psychos. We'll catch this guy. I am out of missiles. I feel like that's going to be a detriment going forward. Hunter, can you get this guy? I can't catch him. Just shoot, fire blindly. Spray and pray. Fine, maybe if I go after this guy, I'll have more luck. I'm flying at my max speed here. Jesus. I just want to shoot down this guy. Please. Please. Don't this... Okay, thank you, Hunter. Now we'll see if I, as your commanding officer, can manage to do literally a single thing this encounter, or if it's just gonna be the AI bailing me out. Like, they have to have a higher max speed than me, right? Yeah, because I'm at max... Yeah, he's gaining on me. How am I supposed to... Wait, what? He's flying away from me. What am I... Friendly fire? Must be friendly fire. It's like, turn around and face me, you coward. What if I could just, like, ignore him? What if that's the preferred... Jesus. Buzzing me a little close there, ain't ya, Hunter? Yeah, it's only gaining on me. I'm at max speed and it's gaining on me. Whatever, it's fine. That's in the same direction as my objective anyway, so we'll catch them eventually, probably. What? Oh, let me into reinforcements. Okay, okay. Where are they? Ah! What the fuck? Okay. That was some weird... Wait, there was only one? That was some weird reverse rubber banding. Okay. We've gotten far off target, but... the alien bastard has been killed. And all is well. I'm going off my radar here, as far as where I should be going, because I don't see... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Gotta say, this seems a lot more chill than the other Wing Commander game I played. Like, that one, I was just dying continuously. Oh my god, I do have a fuel gauge. It seems pretty generous, though. And, like, I'm at nav point 2 out of 3, so... probably won't be that much of a problem. Hunter, damn it, what did I tell you about giving me bad news? Always do it, sir? You're goddamn right. Now let's shoot him down. Heart of the Tiger. Okay. I might have that one. I know there's a few Wing Commander games I've got for the SNES. I don't know if that one was ported to the SNES, though. It's not my usual bag, but it's interesting. I prefer a little more of the, like, oh, what's the term? I prefer a little more like a rail shooter, or like a, damn it, I can't think of the term now. And the one example I'm thinking of is a game I guarantee no one's heard of called Roar. Ooh, starring Mark Hamill. That's cool. Always fun to see Mark Hamill doing the thing. Okay, whatever. This other one is closer. I'm at, like, melee range. Okay, yeah, that was an easy get. Wait, why have you returned to the patrol music? There's another ship out there. Yeah. Come on. We gotta shoot down the alien bastard. We fire off some warning shots, just in case they manage to make contact. Oh! I do feel like the aiming is super imprecise, though. I mean, that's probably just like a consequence of putting a game like this in the SNES, but oh well. It's sort of like, it's sort of interesting to have to try and work around, like, I have to try and, like, lead my shots a little bit. Predict where he's... How is he hitting me so well? Is that fucking Hunter? I thought it was Hunter. Damn it, Hunter, I'll have your badge for this. Oh well, it's fine. The shield is actually not that much worse than it was after the first mission, so this is fine, actually. This is fine. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing more Wing Commander. Seems neat. But yeah, I'm a little more about the, like, top-down or, like, third-person kind of space shooting, you know, Star Fox, for example. That's not a perfect example of what I'm trying to think of. Your next half an hour will also be in space. Ominous. I guess I shouldn't even bother rolling then. I know you did say you had a game picked out. Okay. Got enemy ships on screen. Very, very far away now. They're firing! Fire blindly in every direction! Spook them! That one seems closest. Hell yeah, sniped him! Easy! Okay, for whatever reason, I'm really good at fighting these ships. No, 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 no. Sweet, alright. Easy. Back to the Tiger's Claw. We are patrolling in space. Also, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be super obnoxious about it, but it is September. Subs are 25% off. There. No more. Oh. And that was the last thing I said before an ad break. Oh my god. I need to apologize to anyone who was not subbed when I return. I did not plan that. I did not plan that at all. Okay. Nope, that's Hunter. That is my friend. Slow down, and there we go. Okay, anyone who's not subbed, I'm sorry. I didn't mention the sale in subs intentionally before an ad break came up. I promise you, that was unintentional. Very funny, though, at least to me. Okay. Hold up, what direction is the Tiger's Claw? Music has shifted. I don't know if that's a good shift or a bad shift. Much like when I go into work, I have no idea if it's going to be a good shift or a bad shift. Like on Friday, after being out sick a day where I could barely talk, it was a good shift for a while, and then it was like, oh hey, Vim, you made a massive mistake, and now it's coming back to haunt you. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, not massive, it can be fixed, but still. I hate cleaning up after other people's mistakes, but I hate cleaning up after my own even more. Because I'm like, damn it. Am I not going in the right direction? What's happening here? I keep, like, pulling away. Is this not the... Is it over here? Yes, it's over here, and I'm a crazy person. Okay, cool, good. Good talk, good talk. Bring us back home to the Tiger's Claw. And then I think it's on to the last... objective met. Now what? Oh, do I have to, like, level out and bring her in for a landing, sort of a deal? Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Oh god, landing is always the worst part. But with only 2 minutes left, will I be able to land this thing? Okay, let me, like, slow down to very slow. And just kind of figure out... Okay, so the ship is down. So let me go like this for a bit. What if I just, like, fly into it and that's fine? Maybe that'd be a thing. Maybe? That's probably not going to be a thing. But, you know, maybe the game will be a little bit merciful. Maybe? I'll come in slow, just in case. Right? There's not anything that looks like a super obvious, like, landing thingy. Fly towards the objective marker and everything will be fine. Shit. Am I on the ship? Am I clipping through it? Who can say? Oh. Nope, nope, nope. I am ramming into the ship for no good reason. Oh boy. This really doesn't feel like it's set up well for this. How to land? Please to allow me to land. Requesting landing clearance, please. Tiger's Claw. Please, I can only see you half the time. You are flickering in and out of reality, Captain, please. I need to come home. I need to see my space wife and space children. Let me off the crazy ride. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. For This is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. That was a little bit of a taste of Wing Commander, the secret missions. I know Rapu has a game lined up, so I'll pause for a second to allow him to redeem that if he so chooses. Pausing. Hey, alright, Star Fox 2 for the SNES. Cool. I do like this one. I like it quite a bit. Okay, sweet. It's been a minute since I've played it though, so this might not be the best display of competency from me, but I'll give it my best shot. Good old Star Fox 2. Okay, let's flip over to here. And let me make sure this works fine. Okay, nice. Okay, everything looks good. Yes, I'm playing on the leaked ROM, not the SNES Classic version because lazy. Sorry. Anyway, 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play some Star Fox 2. Config. Oh, that's fine. The mission. Normal, because I'm a little rusty. And so it doesn't have any translated dialogue. But basically, Andros is up to fuck. And you have to kill him. And there are other planets under siege, and he's trying to destroy Corneria. So you have to, like, deal with intercepting missiles and stuff that are coming through. There's a static thing that'll shoot things down, but it's really bad at its job. So you kind of have to balance defense and offense. I think I am the best with Miu's sort of ship. I know that Peppy and Slippy have, like, the best ones because they get an ability that's just invulnerability. So I might have them as my backup. But let me pick... Oh, okay, it just determines my wingmate for me. That's fine. We can roll with the girls.
Good luck.
Good luck. They have the Speedy R-Wings. Star Fox. Okay, let me see if I remember the controls here. I think it's select to change the wingman. And whenever I move, they move. First order of business is to intercept these missiles. Easy. And time you spend in these missions also passes on the overworld, so you can't just, like, take your time whenever you've engaged a target. Okay, let me also take care of whatever this is. Because this could be a problem as well. Okay, fleet of fighters. I'm sure you're trying really hard to be helpful here, Miu, but... I had a cat named Miu once. She was a good cat. Very large and chunky and cuddly. Kind of bullied her sister, though. Easy. Okay, if I can take the battleship down, that's one less threat against Corneria, so... Let me try that. Give that a try. Target 1. Just fuck up the battleship. Yeah, the premise of this game is super cool. I'm less of a fan of, like, its first-person viewpoint, but it's sort of interesting how they go about it. Let's see, I think there's the ones where, yeah, you have to go inside and then use the the ATST chicken walker mode. Chicken walker! Oh! Oh god. Maybe I should change to chicken walker just so I don't take damage for stupid reasons. Okay, this is a little more open. I think I can fly freely in here. Oh yeah. Gotta take down the, like, engine core. Easy. Basically a master. I was really good at Star Fox 64 back in the day. It was one of the, like, few games I had to play that wasn't an RPG that I could just play forever. Okay, let's see. We got another battleship over here. We got a group of fighters, but the defense platform is probably going to fire on them. I could go for the meteor level, because that's currently... Yeah, that's a pretty clear and present threat. Let me deal with that first. But what's this? It's Star Wolf time, baby! Oh, I'm messing Bigma up. Fire! Come on, come on. Come on, go down, Pigma. God, I love having the homing blast with the girls. I think that's their special maneuver. If I remember correctly. Or, like, their charging is faster or something? I don't know. I'd remember if I was playing the actual version, because it would just, like, tell me. Okay, now the actual level. Star Wolf just kind of spawned on top of me, I guess. Switch unknown. Entrance. Great Fox. Ooh, funky. Queen Dragoon. Okay. So am I just, like, taking down the... Oh, what's this? That an item for me? No, that's probably gonna damage. Yeah! It's, like, really a shame that they never decided to release this officially until, you know, more than a decade later. You know what? The walker might actually help me stay on target here. Since I just... Oh, right. I forget I kind of have to... There we go. Okay, there we go. Then I pick up the... Oh, right. You know, the boss drops a switch. It was inside its, space body. I don't know about going into ship form. That's how we crash into things when we're in these... Okay, there we go. Halt, villain! Like, this track's an absolute vibe. Okay, I guess maybe this is a kill everything door. Oh, or maybe it's just a switch door. That could work too. It's almost like you get like mini dungeons in this game, which is the last thing you'd expect a Star Fox game to have, but it kind of works, in my opinion. And you kind of have to be thinking like a speedrunner a little bit, because you can't take forever in these, because it's kind of like a little bit of the clock is always running in San Dimas type energy. It sort of reminds me of like, because the defense is not too bad on normal difficulty. I probably should have tried a more difficult one right off the bat to show that off a little better, because so far I'm just kind of killing it. But is that health?
Twin blaster.
Ooh, twin blaster. Okay, I'll take that. But it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the whole Valkyria Chronicles thing, where there's like you have to pay attention to like the tactical map thing. Oh, did that kill it? Oh my god. Easy. Okay, that took... I imagine she's saying something very sassy. I remember the girl I'm playing as in particular being like... Andros is like, I'm gonna have to try! And so he lets forth a mechanical dragon. Oh, Jesus, that's really close to Corneria. Can't let that happen. Oh! I just fired right at it. Flew right at him and fired my guns. See, the girls are squishier, they have less shield meter, but they've got more offensive potential. And I very much enjoy them, personally. Let me go to, I think the defense satellite has got these missiles unlocked, but let me fly just a little bit of the ways and see how it goes. They absolutely do not. Is that a Star Wolf? That is a Star Wolf. He's the Great Leon! Annoying bird! Why did we have to fight in the damn asteroid field? Oh, I can target third person. I almost don't like that as much for these dogfights, as disorienting as it might be. Ah, crap, my shield's getting real bad. I might need to swap to my wing woman here after this mission. Because I do not repair in between missions, which is something I really like. It kind of fits into like the whole resource management, like defense aspect of the game. She's like, wow, he's really kicking your ass, use the boost. I'm trying, I promise. Got it. That's interesting. I only remembered it being one member of Star Wolf that spawned on the lower difficulties. Okay, there we go. Now we're Dog Girl, and we need to intercept these missiles. Oh, okay. They got it. Next is probably go after the battleship here. Oh, nice! Big ups to the defense satellite. Well, putting in some work. I don't have a power-up in this. Oh, we get to listen to her voice blips in the meantime. And I kind of miss that style of, like, the voice flips. Obviously, I do think it's better to have, like, voice acting, but there's something kind of nostalgic about it to me. Like the old Dragon Quest style, just like the... Depending on who you talk to, you would kind of get, like, it would suggest a voice for the character. You could kind of, like, fill in the blanks. I don't know, tech is advanced, but, like... I don't really have a conclusion. Anyway, let me fuck up another battleship. Target, 1. Target, the battleship. I'm like, really, General Pepper? Did you think I wouldn't be able to figure this out? Full speed! I literally just sprinted past their entire exterior defense and just got right in there. Oh, that looks like a thing I want. Okay, strafe and fire. That's all you gotta do. Easy. I knew I was best with the girls. Wait, why did I accelerate in that direction? We gotta take out Saturn next. Or E-laddered. Sure, why not? That sounds real. Target 3, barrier. Entrance. Something else that I can't be bothered to pay attention to. Walker form right away? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, let me go for a little more speed. Okay, barrier's down, now I can go into the thing. I never got that into the original Star Fox. I think that was more a question of access than anything, like... I think in those days I was like, man, I only want to play RPGs. But then, you know, I was still a Nintendo kid, and it got to the N64 era, and it was like, wow, I have, like, nothing. I have Ogre Battle 64, which is amazing, Quest 64, which is Quest 64. So I'd better find some other games I want to play. I've also heard good things about Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage, or something like that. My buddy Drunk Emblem speaks pretty highly of it. And the man's generally got some good taste when it comes to games, but I've never been able to have the opportunity to give that a try. Be interesting if I could pick that up or emulate it or something. Alright, now let me just repeatedly fire at this thing until it dies. Perfect. Scintillating gameplay. No, actually, I love this. It's a total power fantasy. Just, like, smash through everything in your way. I haven't even used my items. I don't remember what they are. Okay. Now Pepper's like, alright, go kill Andros now. Because I've taken out every other threat on the board. Oh, but first Wolf is here. Looking all edgy and punk rocky. He's like, can't let you do that, Star Fox. You're good, but I'm better. What the heck? You can't beat me, I've got a better ship! This may be a hot take, but I always preferred his, like, vaguely voice acting in 64 versus like what they did with him later. Yep, thank you, Mew. I'm aware of LNR to barrel roll. Come on. What? You don't get to barrel roll? I get to barrel. Got him on the ropes. Oh, come on. Damn you and your magic pixel of hell. There we go. May I offer you a hearty rip bozo in these trying times? Andros is like, all my employees suck. And now we just warp straight to the final level. His floating fortress of doom. And we just go right in for some good old chicken walker action. Or not. Shit. I badly... Okay, you know what? You know what? Chicken walker for safety. Going fast is not serving me well here. Still have to fight Andros at but maybe flying here would be good. Okay, eyeballed that pretty well. Okay, A is the break. Oh god, why is this vaguely off-center? This is bad. Hey, a General Pepper medal. I have no idea what those... Oh, full heal, maybe? Oh, that locks it in place, I see. I think I really don't need to care about how long I take on this, because... Final level, there are no more threats on the board. This is gonna be a perfect run of normal difficulty. No deaths on my side, and no damage to Corneria. We love to see it. This seems good. That looks like a boss portal or something. Ooh. Extra life, maybe?
Special weapon.
Special weapon. I like that you get like a dungeon minimap too. It's neat.
Twin blaster.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hello! How long were you there? Okay, didn't even need the charge chop. Okay, take a nice heal. Where am I supposed to be going? Apparently not there. It would be interesting if, like, you just took too long to, get to the end and Andros just, like, escaped or something. Okay, but didn't I come from this way? Clearly not. But, like... Oh. Okay, yeah, that's new. Andros is like, I'm in this battle tank. Deal with it. I will. By mashing the B button repeatedly. And occasionally doing charge shots. Actually, I don't think this is just like a mid-boss, I'm pretty sure. Yep, you must fight the cube of Andros. And he retreats, and because it's Star Fox, we go down a tunnel to face the final boss. He's like, I'm a very bad guy. Oh. Hold up. Get back here. My aim feels a little off for whatever reason. But I'm scoring some hits. Come on, where's Slippy? We need an enemy shield analyzed here. I like this. I can just do continual aggression and he barely gets a shot up. I like that. Ooh, one eye's down. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Love that the radar lets me track him even when he phase shifts out of reality. Oh, you sneaky bitch. Oh, you sneaky bitch. Ah. Come on, come on. I know, right? It would have done just fine. Cause like people like Star Fox. I'm sure they did some kind of business calculation on it where like, nah, it's not gonna do well enough to justify. It really is, yeah. This looks a lot better on the SNES Classic. You know, it's still definitely a product of its era, but... And race away from the explosion. Mission complete! Yeah.
Yeah, we kicked it ass. We certainly did.
Maybe it's just vanilla, but I think the dog girl with the bow, like her whole backstory is that she came from a rich family or something. What a mission! Oh, I love the little bits of deep-fried voice acting. Star Fox! Yeah, the comics that they put in Nintendo Power were really cool. I assume those were the same one? Access granted. And now you get to see a little bit of every enemy in the game. Executing staff roll sequence. So that's Star Fox 2. I'd mark it as beaten, but I have beaten this game before. Yeah, the Nintendo Power comics really were cool. Because so many Nintendo properties, like, they just kind of suggested a story rather than outright tell one, so it was interesting to see it tackled a little more directly. Yeah. God, so many fond memories of reading the Nintendo Powers you had hanging around back in the day. Those were cool. I have a weird I don't know, are video game magazines still, like, out there? Because, like, Nintendo Power and then, whatever the GameStop magazine was, like, I learned about some good games through those. Even into the internet era a bit. Like, I would not have played Persona 3 if I hadn't read about it in GameStop, the GameStop magazine, and been like, you know what? That sounds pretty good. The second issue ever. That'd probably be worth some money these days. Even if it wasn't in the best shape. Oh, the Mirage Dragon. Apparently there's some kind of unlockable that you can get on the highest difficulty that, like, you have to go to, like, a random corner of the map, and it, like, super powers up specifically just the girls' ships. It gives them some kind of, like, super multi-lock-on or something. I forget exactly how it works. As you can see, you can clearly put some work in without them, but... yeah, you had a lot of them. The end. Push start. %0 damage, both rescues. I got 9 shot down, 1 missile destroyed, 2 Star Wolves wiped out. No, I killed 3 Star Wolves. So what are those? Both battleships. Yeah, I didn't skip any of the battleships. That's what it's talking about. Flawless victory. Oh. Yes, of course. I shall record my name for posterity. Oh, that is a fun entry. B-I-M. Okay. I don't think it's that way on the final version. Well, Repu, we got 2 minutes left. I could just fire up expert mode and just show off how much more insane that is, or something. Oh, more like 1 minute. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that. Just to show off how much it changes. Yeah, there are more worlds under siege, immediately more threats on the map, and the enemy is a lot more active in this mode as well. We'll be peppy here.
Good luck.
Because everyone flies a different R-Wing. There are 3 different types of R-Wings, which I thought was really cool. But they never did that in another Star Fox game, I think. Yeah, let me like fly out a little bit. Yeah, you can see so many more things already coming at us. So let's take on this one. Let me see how much less I like these versus the girls' ships. I know Peppy and Slippy are a lot slower. Oh yeah, this immediate. Oh, and it takes so long for the charge shot. More fighters in a squadron too. And of course, Fox and Falco kind of like balance them out. But this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. Thanks so much, Repu, for giving me a redeem like that. Love the chance to play some Star Fox. Even if it's not so great Star Fox. It's a series I got a weakness for. If you're just coming in, we're moving on from Star Fox 2. Normally here, we roll a different game every 30 minutes from a range of 1,600. Repu had redeemed 30,000 garlic coin to choose the game, and he graciously chose Star Fox 2, which I like quite a lot. But we're moving on to something else. Next up shall be... Ooh, Batman Arkham Knight. How big a download is that? That's 55 gigs. No. That would take too long to download. I'm saying no. Sorry. Instead of that, sure, Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, that's not too bad. I gotta install it, but I don't think I've ever played the Switch port. I guess we are... Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. 'Cause what lies ahead, only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. It's a huge throwback. Switch? No, Steam. Which, yeah, this is definitely a Repu game. I've got the OG, or, well, the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on, which I assume is the version that they have on Steam as well. But I've got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for my GameCube downstairs. And man, I've played the hell out of that a number of times. Oh, yeah. I barely own, like, anything on my Switch anymore. It's really bad. I bought that for 2 games, and I've only bought, like, 3 more games for it. But I mean, I got a lot of use out of Dragon Quest XI-S, so that's made it a little more okay, but the worse I get about doing Ring Fit Adventure, the more I feel like maybe I should just sell it and just buy a Steam Deck. I'd get a lot more value out of that. Because there hasn't really been much in the way of like Switch exclusives that I've been like, oh yeah, you know, I'd really like to play that. But, I don't know, that's kind of a matter of taste. Okay, there we go, we got that downloaded. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is gonna be a lot better on controller, so let me bust out ye old Xbox controller. And I have no idea how good this port is, so bear with me. It might take a couple tries to get it working. We moved on from the space theme, and Star Fox 2 was a transition into the furry games theme, apparently. And, you know, if I'd been thinking ahead, I would have updated the category, but, well, I don't have a follow-up to that. Okay, let me go to this screen. This is usually good for PC games. And let's hope this just works on the first try. Oh, right, it has to install some kind of DirectX thing. Music back up. I know what I'm doing here, setting up games on the fly. Ha 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 ha. Don't mind me. Steam? Oh, okay. I think it is... It's asking which display. Which display is which again? That is display 1. That is the one I want. Christ, I can never remember my resolution. Why must you ask me all these perfectly reasonable questions? 1920 by 1080. Does it even have that as a... It does. Okay. Full screen. Gamepad? There we go, gamepad. Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that it does. Okay. Now, do you freak out when I switch to... You do not like being tabbed out of. Okay. That's fine. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. Let me... Oh, you really don't like being clicked out. It's up on my end, I swear. There, we have Shadow's glorious visage. Gonna preemptively turn down the game a little bit, because it seemed like it was loud in that first little second there. And 30 minutes on the clock, let's play some Sonic Adventure 2!
File select. Story select.
I mean, we gotta start with City Escape, right? And we get to see these classic cutscenes.
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route. Everything's a go.
This is Control Tower. We have you on radar. Report cargo status of captured Hedgehog aboard. Over.
That's a 10-4. Cargo secured on board and... What?
Didn't copy that.
Hedgehog is
Over.
gone. He's taken out everyone aboard.
Sonic murders everyone.
Over.
There's the boy.
What do you think you're doing? Get that hedgehog.
Oh yeah, absolute banger time.
No budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here.
I like running better.
He says, immediately ripping off a piece of the wing to use as a skateboard. This was like my introduction to Sonic. Just seeing this, then going straight into City Escape. And nothing else has been able to live up to it for me.
Attention all units.
Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads. Capture the suspect. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around. Have to keep moving on. Cause what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. Arguably the best 3D Sonic. True. Man, I was so obsessed with this game as a kid. Well, a youngin' at least. Maybe it was a little generous calling me a kid at this point, but I actually owned the soundtrack, like, on CD. Oh right, I don't have the bounce bracelet yet. That's fine. No, follow me. set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. I know! I feel like we got decently close. It was just the damn emerald hunting missions. Because, like, we had like, pretty much everyone could do the Sonic and Shadow levels well. I was pretty good at the mech levels, as I recall. It was just a matter of those damn treasure hunting levels. I don't care what lies ahead. Don't guess and follow my plan instead. Think no matter what that may be, change my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me. Sorry, not going to Chow Garden. We're just gonna stay focused on the stages. Ah, last, no light dash. Oh, that was funky. And this was the moment where I was like, oh, this is awesome. Where he like runs down a building. A rank was a big pain. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I missed the invincible power up. Oh well. This is to go, gotta follow my rainbow. I may or may not have this stage a little bit memorized. Don't mind me. Yeah, must keep on moving ahead. Time for guessing, follow my plan instead. 1, 2, 3. Change. Although I don't have this next part memorized. I do not remember where the ramps are. Still. I feel like I'm hopping right back into it with barely a hint of rust. And they're like, where did they get this semi from? Does the government just like, they're just like, yeah, we keep around this truck that just takes up the entire... Oh, hey, Big! I'm glad he's dead. He was my least favorite part of Sonic Adventure, and why I never finished the game. Because I hated his stages so much. Yes! Just says gun. Yeah. I think that's like a C rank, or maybe even a B.
Too easy.
Piece of cake! Excellent.
This game of
This
tag.
tag is boring. I'm out of here.
Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it
Spotted
on.
for Bigfoot reporting to
And no
headquarters.
bounce bracelet.
Critter
I was
has
able to
been
stay on the rails pretty well too. All right, let me see if I remember the trick. Yes. Oh, no. Okay. Come on. Come over this way. Come over this way. No. Oh, come on. That's fine. I got boxes left. Boxes are my source of power. Oh. Oh, God. Greed. Okay, that's fine. Oh, what?
This is Spider Troop
Get comboed, idiot. Oh. I thought it took 3 hits. My mic arm is slightly in the way of the health bar. Don't mind me. Now we just get to sit here for a minute. Because you can't go over here for these boxes. The curb is too powerful for Sonic to overcome. Dodge around a little bit, dodge around a little bit, dodge around a little bit, and murder.
for just one hedgehog.
Hey, guys.
Hey guy, take care! Ah, this game, man. My glee is going to last up until we get the first Knuckles stage. There he is. There's our other boy.
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate
Ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald. Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you.
I swear this audio mix is cleaner on this version than it is on
Going with
GameCube.
that emerald. Say something,
You fake hedgehog! Chaos Swiss roll! Yeah, true. Very true. And like, Shadow stages are basically just worse Sonic too.
Hey, it's not
I really love some of the Eggman levels though.
to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games.
Farewell.
What is
Both of the space levels are pretty bad. Okay, please tell. Ah, shit. Well, the fun train had to stop at some point.
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine.
They kind of blend together in my head, so I could believe an anti-hero.
The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emerald. That makes it very powerful.
What the?
What? Thief?
Look who's calling who a thief.
I came here following the signal from the Emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald, is it not?
So there was Eggman. Eggman causing problems once again.
Something. I'll just take it with me.
Don't know how he stayed out of prison.
Not if I can help it.
What was that all about? And look what you did to my emerald!
Her emerald, she said.
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being
I'd
stolen.
have to call her at some
If
point.
it's in
I mean,
pieces, I can restore it.
bring her
By the way,
downtown.
that's not your emerald.
Doesn't matter. I'll look into it once I get back to the base.
I let Eggman go for no particular reason. I figured he'd lead me to even bigger
I
fish.
despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
I had
We'll
already
see about that, Batgirl.
I had already stopped paying attention. I was on the case. Wild Canyon. My old haunt back when I was on the force. Wild Canyon. I had to find those emeralds. The case wouldn't be closed till I did. So I relied on my first investigative tactic of just lying around blindly. I'd look for hints later if I needed. Oh hey, I found one like right away. We take those. If I got the easy cases every once in a while, well, that meant more time for celebrating and drinking scotch back at the office.
2 more left.
I did know how it was. I'd walked these mean canyon streets for many a year, hunting down the scum that had tried to pollute this fair city, and other appropriately. Oh, I thought that was an emerald piece for a minute. Fun trivia fact is that Wild Canyon used to be called Peaceful Canyon. Then the scum that run this city got their hands on it, despoiled of its natural resources. Now it's Wild Canyon. They renamed it that to try to emphasize how untamed it was, as though to justify their wild expansionism and exploitation of the natural resources.
1 more left.
Anyway, I only needed to find one more, and I was already on the trail. I was getting close. I kept waiting for something to go wrong, as something so inevitably did. And yet, so far, it had been smooth sailing. Too smooth. Too smooth. This last emerald piece, I could tell, was going to be a bit of a problem. I was close, and yet it eluded me. My flying around blindly tactic could only carry me so far. As I moved a bit away, took a look around, but I didn't see anything. It's not in the Chow Box Emerald. It's not in the Chow Box Knuckles. Thank you, Anti-Hero, for that voice redeemed. Why did I have a... Oh! Shit, there it is. Who needs hints? I'm just an expert at this game. Is that an A rank?
Yeah, this is perfect.
A rank the first Knuckles stage. Wow, amazing. Still, that's like the only acceptable one. Oh, right, yeah, we're not doing Chow World, sorry. I know everyone loves the Chows, but I want to focus on, like... The Chows are really only good if you can do it over, like, a long period of time. And, we're only here for 30 minutes.
There's no mistake about it. This must be the island.
Oh, hell yeah, mech levels, I love these.
That is reinforced and super strong. It's called Prison Island. I heard the news about it on satellite TV. I still can't believe that Sonic will destroy the military building or rob the bank.
It's all fake
Wait
news,
for me,
Tails.
okay, Sonic? I'm on my way. What? Hey, look, it's Amy. And Eggman too.
Man, after playing
What's
Sonic
Amy
Adventure,
doing here?
I'm kind of sad that Amy didn't have any actual stages. I really liked her. I really liked her levels in Sonic Adventure. They were neat. But then this game, they just were like, nah, nothing. It's funny how easy this is compared to the next one.
Hey, how's that?
I can't lose to Tails. And yet... they just blindly rush at them strategy. Eggman's like, oh, shit.
But the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow, Tails, you did it. But why did you here on the island? I'm the one who should be asking that question.
Oh,
Don't
Amy,
know it's
you
me
barely
who's
matter
here?
in this game. Because,
No,
girl,
I'm here to save my hero, Sonic.
I'm a
Again?
positive representation of a stalker. Haha.
To no good again. Okay, you stay here and I'll be right back. Don't leave without me. I want to help Sonic too.
Was that a panty shot on Rick? Nope, nope. Moving on, moving on. Mech level! Fair warning for people who hate the eeeeee noise. You're gonna hear that a lot. These, after the Sonic levels, of course, these were always my favorites. Something about just being in a mech and just, like, laying waste to everything before you, it gives my brain the good chemicals, as they say. Though it's a lot rougher before you get the hover power, but still, like, fine. And honestly, the hover up opens up some, like, neat skips in this level. I mean, I'm not like a speedrunner or nothing, but I found a few things that I can use casually. Shut up, Omo Chow, I know what I'm doing. Though it does make hanging onto rings a little difficult. Also, unappreciated thing that is good about the mech stages, they give you a health bar instead of running on the stupid rings health system. Like, that's always the worst part. One of the worst parts about Sonic games is that they run off this ring health garbage. The mech, it's like, nah, you got health. You just heal by grabbing rings, and I'm like, thank you. That's so much better. Robot Rave. Jam it. Okay. Okay. Like, I get why people don't like these, because they're like, I'm here for Sonic. I'm like, okay, that's fair, but, like, these are pretty fun. And it's an excellent expansion on Gamma's gameplay from Adventure. Not that I had that frame of reference when I first played this game, I was just like, hell yeah, mechs! I think at the time I was very into, like, G Gundam and stuff like that. Still really the only Gundam series I've gotten into. Because it's so campy and over the top that, like, it ruined the rest of Gundam for me. Gundam where it, like, tries to do, like, political, like, stuff and, like, deep themes. I'm like, no, 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 you're Gundam. You are silly, Gundam that rides a giant mech riding a skateboard that has an American football helmet. That is what you are. Because I started with what some would say was the wrong series. No, I never did do Evangelion. About the only, like, truly classic other mecha series I've done is Code Geass. And that, I feel like, is kinda cheating, because the mechs are really not the main focus. Oh, also Escaflowne. I remember being all about Escaflowne back in the day. But I should do Evangelion. It's a classic, but with all the, like, reworks of it, I'm like, which version am I supposed to watch? Yeah!
I did it!
I feel like that's gotta be a decent rank as well. Maybe not an A, but at least like a B? Okay.
Very good!
I'll take a B. B is fine. B is honestly a lot better than I expected to do. Because I didn't combo hard enough. Ah yes, the subtle foreshadowing in the background.
Huh? Amy?
Keep your voice down. Have no fear. Amy Rose is here.
Oh, Amy. You're in this
How'd
game.
you get here?
And you certainly are in this game.
Well, if you gotta know, I caught a ride with Tails. Are you sure you don't need my help? It looks like you could use it.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog.
You mean...
Yeah, it's
that
not the
black
best.
hedgehog?
Did you see it? Where is it now?
If
It?
I tell ya,
Whoa,
will you
man.
marry me?
No way.
I thought
Fully
I'd help you this
capitalized.
time.
Yeah, I've heard graphically it
Black
was a lot
hedgehog
better.
Came here with Dr. Eggman.
So, Eggman's
Never had the
behind this,
opportunity
huh?
to play it on
What's all that
Dreamcast,
writing
though.
on the wall anyway? Did you write that?
There's a
Wait for me, Sonic. He's such a brat sometimes.
There's a few games that were Dreamcast originals that later got ported to the GameCube where I'm like, man, I kind of wanted to... Oh, hell yeah, Metal Harbor. I love Metal Harbor. Man, everyone loves the City Escape theme, but to me, this is like the Sonic level theme from this game. Maybe it's just my weakness for ska. But, this and Skies of Arcadia. I feel like, man, I wish I could have played the original version. This level is a ton of fun, because it's where they, like, give you the light dash and they're like, listen, just go nuts, man. Awesome! Light shoes, light dash to move it, blah, 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 blah. I've played this game before. Yeah! God, the light dash is so cool. It's so much better in this game. Like, when I went back to Sonic Adventure and, like, I got the light dash, I was excited. But then I realized how the controls for it worked, and I was like, oh. Yeah, honestly, like, as a youngin', I didn't appreciate the more, like Rouge's theme in particular was like, ugh, it's so bad. Going back, I'm like, you know what? I can kind of fuck with it. I was just being an insecure little youngster. But yeah, the only music that I don't have good feelings about is just because I have, like, a negative connotation because of, like, me not liking the level or something. Launch in 15 seconds. 10. 8. 6. Fire. Never fails to make me chuckle. How they're like, 6. Fire. They're like, honestly, screw it. And then you get the little, like, where you just, like, jam out for a little bit. Get a little more skateboarding action. Oh, God. Well, the controls for this part always felt like real floaty and bad to me, for whatever reason. But it's fine, because it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yes!
I'm trapped in an island with nowhere to go! Yeah, it's a nice touch. I like games that do that. Like, Skies of Arcadia also...
Just made it.
Only a C? That's fine. Skies of Arcadia had a lot of very satisfying, like, click-clacking, like, different walking sounds depending on, like, on metal surfaces and stuff like that. Oh god. Okay, this is a part I'm not good at. Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my...
I'll make you eat those words!
There's no time to play games.
You won't even get the chance.
Can you tell I played this game a lot back in the day? Oh god, don't go over there. You'll just make me ring out myself. Oh, damn it. Come on, just die. I remember this was the first place I really had trouble the first time I played the game. Because you kind of have to, like, back attack him, but it's not easy to lure him into that.
So you're not just a hedgehog.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, I know the Skies version in particular had a lot of, like, enhancements
Do you know who
with, like, the bounties and some extra stuff, but it had apparently better music. And there's value to that. I always love this transition. You go right from the boss fight, like, into this cutscene, and then it's just right into the stage.
What are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it!
Blows up? Dun, 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 dun.
Gotta get out of here. Find Amy and Tails right away.
Well, maybe just Tails. What has Amy ever done for me? Honestly, like, I could just say that I thought she made it out. No one would question me. Even though I'm on the run from the military, I get to be a bad guy now. I can fail to save the girl, right? Right? Tough being a hero sometimes. Oh, right, I have Light Dash now. I need to remember that. Oh, come, you mother... How dare you make me bleed my own rings? Oh, damn it. Didn't keep up the chain. Oh well. Should've just ran right past him. Which I'm sure is a little more what they expect you to do, because you're like, oh god, a time limit! No, it's not really that bad. For the most part. Oh, didn't catch the... Yeah, that's fine. I ain't in this for the completionism, or speed running or anything. Just the joy of the speed. Because I could never have the patience to be a speedrunner. Probably. She literally just broke him out of prison. Okay, fair. Fair. Fair point to you. Just memeing a little bit. I think this is a 1-up? No. There's a 1-up around here somewhere. Or maybe not, and I'm a crazy person? But with only 3 minutes left, will we have time to see how much of a crazy person I truly am? Oh, well, damn it, missed that too. That's fine. Oh, the extra life was down there. It's fine, don't need it. I got 11. Wow, 8 or 9 hours for a perfect speed run. I feel like I gotta watch a VOD of that sort of speed run at some point. I have to assume that's been at GDC at some point or other. But, like, I have kind of a weakness for watching, like, RPG speedruns in particular. Like, the PS1 Final Fantasies and Skies of Arcadia in particular are weaknesses of mine. It's just so interesting to see the game be played in such a different way. Oh shit, am I dead? Okay, no, there we go, there we go. We're good, we're good, we're good.
Yes!
That is probably like a D. Oh,
Too
never
easy.
mind.
Piece of cake.
They really are chill, yeah. You get a lot more like banter with the runners and anyone they have on co-coms. They can kind of like explain what they're doing. Talon Numbers is a guy to check out. Okay, I'll make a note of that. There goes Hawaii, the island is gone. Big ups to... Oh, God. Big ups to real-time fan dubs.
This place sure feels haunted.
But hey, at least we get the Pumpkin Hill
No time
theme.
to lose. I have to hurry and find the Master Emerald.
Let it get to me, I'm just...
Shovel Claw. And we have an encore. Very well. Let me... Please don't break as I tab out of you. 15 more minutes on the clock. Let's keep going with Pumpkin Hill. Oh god. Camera! Camera! I'm just gonna vibe to the Pumpkin Hill theme. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Somewhere.
It's close to have no clue. Who needs hints? Oh! Okay, it must be maybe like down here? Oh god. It is truly the best Knuckles theme by a long... Okay. It's up. Very well. Okay, I got a yellow already. Not bad, not bad. Is it just at the summit, maybe? That could be a thing. Give me a hint. There is only one on the cliff. Eh? I like that the hints are there, but like, they're so arcane as to be basically useless. Unless you already know the stage, backwards and forwards. Oh. Okay, moved out of range. There is only one on the cliff. Oh, God. There is only one on the cliff. Maybe one of the graves? No, I'd be getting, like, red. Chapel Steeple? Give me another. Church Mountain. Yeah, I know that. There's only the barrel? Oh. Yes. No, 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 no. Little overzealous with the dive there, Knuckles. Appreciate the energy, though. Okay. Let me just fly around a little bit.
The great emerald's power allows me.
Sad-eyed pumpkin. I feel like that's probably one of the, like, standalone pillar things, maybe? A ghost face mountain. That looks kind of sad. Nope. But hey, the final hint. The right eye of the pumpkin shaped like a pumpkin ghost. Hey, Silvar, what's up? You here to yell at me about murdering Boo? I'm sorry. He deserved better. Nah, how goes? How's your weekend? Oh, Pumpkin Hill theme. Sad-eyed pumpkin ghost face. The right of the pumpkin shaped like a pumpkin ghost. Maybe this one? No, I'm not getting any response on radar. It can't be this one. Oh, hey, that looks right? Maybe? Yeah, okay, it must be this one. I do. That's like that and having to deal with Viconia. like, punched me right in the damn gut. Said the right eye. Why do I not have an exclamation mark? Or is it the other right? Okay, sure, by right they meant left. Why not? Oh, right from, like, its point of view. Right. But yeah, I was like, you know, having to fight the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Yeah, I feel good.
I was like, damn it, this sucks. But you know what? If you're standing in my way, and then I saw in the combat log, Boo takes 23 damage from Cloud of Daggers. I'm like, no! Not Boo. He's here to make an announcement.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears and listen to me very carefully. My name is Dr. Eggman, the world's greatest scientist, and soon to be the world's...
I love his little ticker behind him. I am genius, I am great.
Now witness the beginning of the greatest empire of all time.
I am genius, I am great, I am brilliant. Man, I love the real-time fan dub, but it's made it so hard to just not have their excellent Eggman monologue play in my head when I see this scene. And, like, it's very funny, but you can't put the pissing on the moon back in the genie bottle. You just can't. You just can't. I thought this was so cool as a kid. Like, whoa, they blew up part of the moon? That's awesome! I like how in his big, like, evil address, he doesn't say what the timer is for. He just starts the timer. He's like, figure it out, idiot!
Gone?
Eggman! Oh, that creep never gives up.
But how did he manage to harness all that energy?
I do not know, Tails. Perhaps you should answer that question.
Yeah, that's the reason they were looking for him. Tails?
The Chaos Emeralds are like...
I had it in my invisible pocket, Sonic.
Attract each other. I can use that to find where Eggman is.
I'll take care of the police while you try and find a way out of here. Find Eggman.
You know, this game was way ahead of its time in the whole ACAB thing. Because whether you're a villain or a hero, you spent a lot of your early game just fighting the cops and military. I feel like people don't give that part enough credit as far as how well this game is aged. It appeals to the modern sensibilities. The Zoomers will love it. Probably. I don't know, I'm an old man. In internet terms. Like that, I mentioned I visited a kind of outdoor market. A lot of what they were selling was like antiques. It was like, ooh. I joke and call myself old, but I'm not old enough to care about most of this junk. There was still some good stuff there. Wow, I am very low on health already. I need to focus up a little bit. No, not that stupid propeller punch. I never want it. There we go. Oh. Wait. Chat tracker dying? It's about time for it too. Yes. The chat tracker did fail. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore anybody. Good villain move, keep the dread. True. Invisible pockets that we call shoving stuff up there now? Listen. I would make a filthy joke, but Tails is a chump. But apparently, yes. I think? Isn't he like... I think Tails is like 12 or something. And yet he's, you know, super robo genius on par with Eggman, because they're like, oh, we need a thing for him. He is also good with machinery. Screw it, why not? Though honestly, like, his thing just kind of being, you know, also, doing the whole flying level thing from Sonic Adventure, I think would have worked perfectly well. Watch list. I live to serve, Sildar. I live to serve. But it's fine, it's fine. You're probably only on an American watch list. You're good. You just have to, like, not come here. You can just, you know, why would you ever want to come here to the States? It's not like there are certain things here that are more affordable, like food. Oh. I feel like I've gotten a lot of people on watch lists in my time. And I refuse to elaborate. Oh, that's right. This is the trap that messes you up if you don't do the thing. And then we go over here. Food or liquor or... Well, owning a home isn't exactly cheap over here, neither. Though I hear it's quite bad up north there, so... I don't know. I haven't exactly looked into how they stack up. I just used to work in real estate down here in the States, and I saw how much it inflated, and it was like a crazy amount. Also, dude, that was a thing I wasn't aware of that was better down here. I thought Canada had a decent number of, like, agricultural things. But I suppose the States has just got a lot more arable land. I don't know. I'm not an economics doctor. Explodinate these. Oh god, that was too soon, that was too soon. No, do not shoot me, you are not allowed. Okay. Like, people dog on the laser sound, but, like, that jet sound is so much worse. Oh god. Stop it. Stop it. Desist. Okay. Kill you. Murderize these robots. Come to think of it, in Shadow the Hedgehog, you spend a lot of the time fighting cops, too. And they're, like, actual people. Not, robots. The hidden ACAB side of Sonic. Please look forward to my 13-hour video essay coming soon to YouTube. That will not happen. I do not have the patience to set up video essays like that. I'll just continue dumping VODs mindlessly. Ag rules are different, so importing, exporting works differently. That makes sense. I have heard something about that. You'd make it from that one. I'd have to be...
I did it, Sonic!
That was an A rank, really? Huh. I'd have to be monetized on YouTube first. Because I'm currently not. Hey, maybe that could be my ticket in. I don't really care that much. Oh, no. Oh,
I didn't expect inside the mines to be like this. This is going to be tougher than I thought.
Here it is. I don't have a links command, Silvar, but I do have an exclamation mark YouTube. Exclamation mark YT. I think. Yeah, this theme is bad. In 3 metal barrels. Okay, we must need to lower the water level some. Let me just, like, lower it a fair ways and see. I know for, like, general game progress, you really, really need the air necklace from here, but we ain't getting there tonight. It's fine, so let me just go with just getting through the stage. Okay, it's not down here. Is it on the highest level, maybe? Let's see, where is the... There we go. I think this is the level... Yes. Instead of hold my beer. Yeah. Like, honestly, maybe a hot take, but the ghost room. Okay. I don't know what that means. I feel like the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time wasn't that bad. Probably a hot take, I don't know. But with only 3 minutes left, will the madness of Aquatic Mine inspire any more hot takes from me? Okay, I get like a second of green blips. Let me just try... Just going straight at... What the fuck? Is there like a door I can... Huh? What do you... Thank you for mourning with me, Silver. For the time when this game was fun, and then, now here we... What? But yeah, thank you for the bits. Which is... That's... weird. I should have a custom bit alert set up. I don't know why it's not working. When I go to break, I'll test that. Morning, Boo. That is fair. That's like the worst thing I've done in my playthrough full of war crimes is take out Boo. Well, that and have to deal with my girl, Viconia. Because I saw that and was like, no, you're my favorite character from the first game that's not Minsk. I thought I was dead inside. They found more ways to hurt me. I'm sure there was probably a way to work with her, but I had to back up my evil girlfriend Shadowheart, so... Say, oh, hey, there we go. There's just one. No. But I did beat the crap out. I let her live. My party didn't like that. But I was like, no, I'm not killing my girl. She came in clutch way too many times in Baldur's Gate 1 for me to do that to her. I was not about to do that to her. Okay, we must be decently close here. Oh, the ghost room, of course. Of course. She probably liked it anyway. Yeah, them Shar girls. Them Shar girls. But this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30-ish minutes. So, that's a little bit of Sonic Adventure 2 battle. Right up to the point where the game starts getting a little... So, you know what? That's fine. We can leave it there. We can leave it like that. I am totally good with that. So, we had one encore in there. So... Oh my god, are we on 2 hours already? Wow, okay. I'm gonna take a short break. First, I'm going to check to make sure... Don't mind me troubleshooting things live. That is not where I go for my alerts. This is where I go for my alerts. Why is the bit alert not doing the thing it's supposed to? Because, like, if I go here, hit test bits, that's...
This is a test bit alert.
It's supposed to do that when they're... What the f... Whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out why that's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick little break, re-up my water, use the restroom. I'm going to run a prediction on what system's gonna come up next, so you can gamble some of your garlic coin, if you wish. And I'll be right back. Hope you'll stick with me for a little more chaos. Get it, Chaos? Because we just played a 3D Sonic game? Okay, I return. Seems not a lot of gambling attitude. That's fine, that's fine. I'll allow it. Right then, if you're just coming in, we're moving on to another game. No more Sonic Adventure 2, sorry. But we got a nice little run of it. The first little chunk of Hero Story, which I did a lot better than I thought. Ah, that's alright. There will be more. There will be more. Because I demand gambling. I'm on a roll game. Around 1,600 different games. Could be something I like Sonic Adventure 2. Could be something I despise. Could be something cursed. Next up for Shuffle Saturday shall be Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter for the Game Boy Color. No, I'm not willing to spend my vetoes yet. Yeah, I got some random stuff in here. I have never played this one. I can guarantee it. So, you know what? We'll find out what it's like together. It does sound like garbage. We'd had too many games that I enjoyed. We were due for some curse. Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter. Is there a Steam category for this? Rocky Mountain... There are multiple games like this? Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter. Okay, FPS shooter sports game on the Game Boy. I guess we'll see how cursed this is. Huh, I do not seem to own the sequels unless they were maybe on the Game Boy Advance. Okay, that... Oh, this doesn't look good. Okay, we will have sound in a moment. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play some good old hunting game. I've already forgotten the name of it. Okay, this doesn't look that bad so far. Why is the game so quiet? I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let me know if I should turn it down. Location Colorado, of course. Right in my backyard. Not literally, but... Scope. Baby. Need the aim assist. Oh. So do I mask my scent, or do I try to smell like a doe or something? Exclusively PC except this one random Game Boy port. Interesting. I will try with cover. And, noon? I guess? Shoot the target? Okay. What is... Oh, okay, I see. And now from here, I go to... No? Do I go to here, and then... Because this is roughly where the deer was. I guess I just scan for deer as I move along. Don't think I need the target practice. I'm sure I'll be fine and definitely hit the mark right away. Probably should stick to, like, the woods. That seems like the best bet, I would assume. If I can find a watering hole, that would be perfect. I don't know if that call helps me or not. I have to assume it does. I don't even know, do they make these kind of hunting games anymore? I remember for a long while there was like a boom in like the number of like... Coming right for us! Hey. Alright. On like realistic hunting and fishing games, but I feel like I never see them anymore. Maybe they've just... Oh, I can see that there are tracks. I see. Got him. Ooh, elk. The hunter just sort of dominates the hunting genre now. I've not heard of that one, but I'm not exactly the target audience. I'm actually really bad with guns. Like, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so there were plenty of opportunities to, like, shoot, and my little brother and my dad were both really into, like, clay pigeon, skeet shooting, target shooting, whatever you want to call it. You, like, throw the little, like, discs in the air and then you shoot them with a shotgun. I was always too nervous to take a real good crack at it. Because it was just like firing an actual gun. It was like, I don't know. Last game in this hunting series was in 2000. That seems about right. Gun school, killing pretty animals too hard emotionally. Yeah, fair. I don't think that... Well, I don't know. I don't consider myself a huge animal lover, except for, like, cats. Like, I will... Even in video games, I will do literally everything in my power to avoid hurting a cat. But yeah, I'm sure it would still probably be rough. With in-person stuff, I'm real bad with death. Boo. That's true. That's true. But, like, it wasn't intentional. I didn't even see him on the battlefield until I just saw the little, like, message. He didn't even drop any good loot. It was such garbage. Ooh, is that a ram? Where are you, you sneaky little... Got him. Oh, a sheep. Okay. Alright, we filling up the trophy room. Not bad, not bad. Decent day's hunt. Probably. I don't know. I feel like, from the few people I do know that take part in hunting, like, I think, like, for limits, you can usually only get, like, 1 or 2 large animals, like deer or elk, anyway. Transported back to his mothership right before dying. Pretty much. You know, I only destroyed the avatar of Boo. Boo himself remains fine. You know, it was just a psychic projection. Jaheira, though, I absolutely murdered the hell out of her. Delicious, delicious revenge for how garbage she was every time in Baldur's Gate 1. Why are you a fighter druid, Jaheira? That's not a good class combo. But Jaheira don't at me. Yeah. I could tell it was supposed to be like a, whoa, you recognize person moment when she showed up in Baldur's Gate 3, but I was like, girl, get out of here. Particularly because she was very, like, and, you know, it's fitting for Jaheira to be condescending and a giant bitch, but... won't mince words, but, like... Oh, I was so not here for it. I was so not there for it. It was funny, too. I was talking to a friend of mine, well, one of my few friends who are also playing Baldur's Gate 3, and apparently... Why'd I go into shooting mode? Apparently, he allied with Jaheira, and Jaheira, like, when they stormed the main objective in that part, I'm being vague, in case people are interested in Baldur's Gate 3, but haven't gotten around to playing it. She did, like, an ice spell, and, like, hit people with, like, ice damage, and then, promptly charged across her own ice, slipped, fell down, and then got ganged up on by the enemy and permanently killed. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a Jaheira performance, alright. Like, I've still never played Baldur's Gate 2. I really need to. I'm, like, right near the end of the game on Baldur's Gate 1 with my, Enhanced Edition, Evil Party where I was rolling a blackguard. I just need to go back and finish it, and then I can do the full transfer bonus thing into Baldur's Gate 2. Because I've heard so many great things about Baldur's Gate 2. And, like, I like Baldur's Gate 1, despite all its jank and its weirdness. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard. That one was not super clean. But I'll take it. But, you know, Silvar, I gotta go into Baldur's Gate 1 and play Siege of Dragonspear before I move on to Baldur's Gate 2 to have the full experience. Though I do wonder, like, how much of the, backlash... The day is done. This hunt is over. Yeah, you don't have that problem in Baldur's Gate 1. Baldur's Gate 1, it's like, alright, let me comb the globe to get, like, 5 decent party members, basically. And Enhanced Edition does alleviate that a bit. Because, you know, you have Dorn. And nobody else that they add, particularly not a wild mage, who I refuse to acknowledge exists. Occasional hunter. Technically, I completed a hunt. And I can see credits. Do we count this as beaten? The game just told me yeah. I mean... It keeps saying yeah. Wow, that is not a large staff. Yeah, I'm curious, like, I feel like most of the complaints I heard about Siege of Dragonspear was SJW. And just speedran this game, possibly the only one lever. Yep, Colorado %. All done right here. That'll probably call it beat. I should probably... Actually, I can see if I can 100% it. You know what? We take on the... What was this level? Alaska? We take on Alaska, then we take on New Mexico. Well, we got something. We got something. Oh, there we go. And it's funny, because, like, there doesn't seem to be any real reward to do that well, aside from just getting better ranks. So, like, I could just, like, sit here on the screen and just do nothing and just chat the whole time. And that could still be counted as, like, a beat. But yeah, I mean, I am a little bit morbidly curious about Siege of Dragonspear, but just based on the stuff they did add in Enhanced Edition, beyond just, like, quality of life features, I think I'm fine never really checking it out, because Dorn is kind of cool, but then Nira is just the worst, and then the monk guy, who I literally forgot existed, is even worse, because Nira has a personality that is annoying. He doesn't have a personality. Dark Alliance on Game Boy Advance. I mean, the Dark Alliance games are fine games, but, like... it's not what Baldur's Gate is about. At least it's not the Dark Alliance that came out, like, a couple years back on PC and consoles, because that game is bad, and I refuse to talk about it further. Coming right for us, etc. Ignores and messes up the story for BG2. It's probably worth skipping it until you... Interesting. Because I heard it was it was intended to be like a bridge, because, like, I've heard the general premise in Baldur's Gate 2 is, like, yeah, you kind of saved the day, but you did something or, like, messed something up so, like, people hate you now, and Siege of Dragonspear was supposed to be, like, that missing chapter a little bit. But if they don't do a good job about that, then, screw them. Oh, hey, there you are. Oh. Got away. Oh, pick me. Nira. Yeah, also, you know, Blank Slate is not, Oops, Wild Surge! All your money is destroyed. Ugh, Wild Surge. Also, like, I tried using Monk Guy once upon a time, and boy howdy. Apparently monks in, 2nd edition were really not good. Or maybe they took off at later levels, and so he just didn't get a chance to shine. Because I did get, I did once play the Enhanced Edition with Kensai, and that was a pretty good experience as just like a customizable main character. But as just like a basically straight, just regular kit monk, he was so bad. So bad. And yeah, Nira... Fuck Nira. Don't actually, because she should not be rewarded for her behavior. Excuse me. Let me just sit here for a bit, you know, lie in wait. Let them come to me a little bit. And have a big sip of water. I had a real, like, my throat was really bad on, like, Wednesday, Thursday, which is why I canceled stream earlier in the week. Because I was worried I was, like, gonna lose my voice completely. I thought it was over that, but... No, I think we're good. I think we're good. At the end, you catch the attention of someone who's interested in your history, spoils some of the mystery, and does some... Yeah, that sounds like something I'm kind of fine with skipping, then. If you put it like that. I assume the part of the history is the lineage section of it. And I will say, like, I know you got your problems with Baldur's Gate 3, Sylvar, but playing as, like, Dark Urge, they do some neat stuff with, like, kind of, you know, the whole Dead 3 stuff that Baldur's Gate had going on. I've liked it a lot. I still managed to parse it. I feel like we got something. Coming right for us! Ooh, one shot, one kill. Nice. Already at Occasional Hunter, which is the rank I got in Colorado. Let me see if I can best that. But I feel like, weirdly, and I feel like this was not the common thing, Baldur's Gate 1, a lot of the fun I had was just the combat, like, because the story is just kind of very, it's fine, but I enjoyed the combat and, like, party composition aspects of it. Even if the combat itself was often, not mechanically the best, I enjoyed being powerful at it, which meant, you know, spamming glitter dust and sleep. Because I am a man without shame, and I will use dirty, cowardly, overpowered tactics if I damn well please. Which is why pretty much the entire party was mages, along with a couple of people to hit things very hard. And, you know, Viconia to drop the heals when needed. Because, man, that is one thing I will never not give Enhanced Edition props for. How they fix her so she doesn't resist helpful spells. So good. That's fair, that's fair. Kind of like the Mass Effect to Mass Effect 2 situation then, where, like, Mass Effect is, like, fine. But the fact that it builds up to 2 is like, that's what truly makes it good. In general, I just want more... I want more things that have, like, old save bonuses. I know it can be kind of, like, off-putting to people who are newer to the series, but, like, if you're making a sequel anyway, you gotta figure you're, like, going after people who are already your fans. So, like, old save bonuses are such a cool way to reward people. Even, like, small things that, like, the Ratchet and Clank series used to do this really well with the PS2 ones, where they would just give you a couple things a little bit early, or, like, give you some discounts on stuff later in the game. You had an old save bonus, because they're like, oh yeah, you helped out this person in the previous game, or whatever. Doesn't have to quite be as dramatic as a Commander Shepard, you are the same character, all your stuff carries over. Though it's really cool when you can do that. I like it a lot. You know, I thought this game was going to be cursed, but it's oddly, like, relaxing. I don't mind this. There are plenty of cursed Game Boy Color games in my library. This is not one of them. It's just... it's alright. It's a vibe. Yeah, totally, totally. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it can be, kind of comfy, yeah. You know, just comfily hunting down majestic creatures in nature. Asserting man's dominance over the natural world. It's the American way. But yeah, getting, like, rewards, because it feels like a better way of fan service than just, like, the very pandery, like, you recognize this character, or you recognize this thing. The whole, like, you know, the red letter media, I clapped when I saw it! Sort of a thing. Which, like, yeah, you're probably always gonna get a little bit of that, too. But... And again, can't blame them, because they want people to be like, hey, you already like this, here's thing you like. But, like, also give me thing I like, but give me other thing that I will like, too, because it is natural extension of thing that I already like. Golden Sun made it. Yeah, yeah. Golden Sun did make it a bad idea. I mean, Golden Sun is a series that manages to screw up a lot of things that sound like a good idea on paper, so yes. Though as a child, I did love just, like, importing my overpowered party from Golden Sun 1 into Lost Age and just effortlessly stomping the rest of what that game had to offer into paste. Yeah, the gold password. Yeah, pretty much. Wait, didn't I see... Yeah, there are tracks here. There we go. Headshot. Yeah, because I did not have access to, like, set up the whole link cable. The day is done. This hunt is over. Occasional hunter. Didn't manage to find any bears. Alright, let's see what we can find in good old New Mexico. We're gonna stick with the scope, we're gonna have cover, and let's try, like, afternoon. Because I feel like noon everything's gonna be, like, hiding, because it's New Mexico and it's probably gonna be really hot. Is there even hunting in New Mexico? No fucking way are there elk in New Mexico. What are you talking about? Or deer, whatever. Also, I like how there's just, like, a shooting range. You just want to, like, practice. You know, just, you're like, yeah, I want to do this shooting game, but I don't want to, like, hunt animals. They're like, we got you, fam. I don't know why you're playing this, if that's your choice, but... Ah, yes. We are hunting in the land of Orange. I do really like deserts. I don't know if that's a thing I've ever talked about on stream. They're like... I don't know, maybe it's just part of, like, you know, growing up on the high plains where there's a lot of, like, just... Seeing a lot of emptiness in all directions is very, like, calming to me, but deserts are like that to an intense degree. Because, like, there's... You know, you might get a few hills, but there aren't even, like, really much in the way of, like, trees or vegetation to, like, break up the skyline. So you just get just sand everywhere. It's comfy to me, and I can't really explain why. It does it for me. It works. Why are we beeping? I don't know why we were beeping. But I think particularly, you know, which is funny, because I've admitted... Ah yes, can I raid the bandit camp for supplies? No? Curses. Do I get, like, a different... No, okay. I was hoping I would, like, see a tent or something if I went into shooting view there. It may seem a little bit funny, because I've talked a lot about how much of a wimp I am when it comes to heat. But, like, when it cools off in a desert, it's, like, it's awesome. It cools off so dramatically, and yet it still, like, stays warm enough that you can just kind of, like, vibe outside easily. And it's just, it's a very cool sort of atmosphere, because I feel like I've not spent a whole lot of time in it. I feel like I've said as much about way worse. But yes, the possibilities truly are endless. You can combine that with me saying I'm a submissive whittle gamer, which HD clipped when she made me play Baldur's Gate 3 for infinite slander possibilities. I think I have that as a featured clip. Ooh, a bear! You know, those famous desert bears. Die already. Damn. Wait, there was a thing? Oh, did I miss it? I must have missed it. Damn. But yeah, deserts. I like them. I'd like to spend more time in them. Now that I have my dad and my little brother both live down in Arizona, at least like once per year I get to experience some desert vibes. Though I always try to go during like the winter. So it's not that because I want to escape from the cold, because I fucking love the cold, but because I don't want it to be like brain blisteringly hot down there. Because my little brother can be like, oh yeah, you know, it was a pretty cold day here today. I was only 91. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's way too hot. What are you doing living down there? Oh, the day is done. This hunt is over. That was an incredibly crappy hunt on my part. Novice hunter. Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna count that as a beat. I'm gonna count that as a beat. Straight up. I did all the hunts. You know, I didn't complete it, because I didn't get the max rank and I didn't do all the weapons or whatever, but that is a beat, ladies, germs, and everybody watching. So, let's move on. If you're just coming in, this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes-ish. I'm gonna type down that so I can show it as beaten on my backlog later. I'm gonna roll another game out of this pool of around 1,600, and we'll play that for the next half hour. Multiple beat day. Wait, what else did I beat? Did I beat? Oh, right, Star Fox 2. I've beaten that before. But true, Rapid. Can't imagine. Desert, it's so... Man, I would give it a try, Silvar. Like, I imagine you'd have to go out of country for it, but it's really cool if you're not used to the terrain. Just such a stark kind of difference. Anyway, yeah, 1,600 with games comes up. Play it for the next 30 minutes. If you don't like what comes up, let me know with an exclamation mark veto. I am still feeling scratchiness in my throat. Let me take a drink of water first. And actually, I had promised another opportunity for people to gamble. Let's do that now, since we ended Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter a little early. Gamba, yep. So I keep being like slightly ahead of you. So if you wish to gamble your garlic coin, do so now. Also wanted to mention, for sure tomorrow morning I will be starting playing Pentiment. I did play that on a previous Shuffle Saturday, but I'm probably going to be starting a fresh file. That's going to be like my next Let's Play thingy that I do. I don't remember how long that game was. I did look it up on how long to beat. But I'm thinking that, and then probably a Fire Emblem, and then there were a couple other games off that list that I'd asked you guys for input on that I'm probably going to take on. Probably not the Quest 64 hard mode. As much as that continues to like haunt my dreams, where I'm like, I should check it out. I have a weird kind of nostalgia for it. How bad could it be? How bad could it be? How bad could it be? Probably would be pretty bad. But I know I have the setup for it. So that maybe I just like quietly slip that into Shuffle Saturday. Like I add that to the Super Nintendo category or something, and I'm like, ah yes, Quest 64 hard mode for the Super Nintendo. Let's go. I thought about doing silliness like that, where I just slip in some things that are like just blatantly not what the category was. Like an option that changes it to Shuffle Machine, for any of you who are here for that stream. Yeah, just what I'm saying, Nate, is like I would add it in the roller here in the backloggery as though it was a SNES game, because I don't have my N64 collection as one that can be rolled up, because I don't have a good capture solution for my N64. So it'd show up as like a SNES game. Yeah, it would be me blatantly manipulating the roll. Okay, looks like that prediction has closed. Next up for Shuffle Saturday will be Nobunaga's Ambition for the SNES. And an ad break started right when I said that. Congratulations to the one person who bet on the SNES. Please enjoy your garlic coin. However, I think I'm gonna veto that because I think I've played that game and I didn't like it. So that's gonna stand for the prediction result, but we're gonna go with something else. So if I know my past vetoes, this is probably going to be punished for my hubris. Also, sorry for everyone coming back. That ad break was very poorly timed. We got Nobunaga's Ambition for the SNES, but I used one of my vetoes. So instead, we'll be going with Nosferatu for the SNES. I know I don't like this one. I remember this one quite clearly. So, okay, it is up to you guys. Will we get a third SNES game in a row? Will the gods say very clearly, no, Vim, you play a Super Nintendo game? No, instead we have Mario Golf Advance Tour for the Game Boy Advance. I was even going to burn a veto for you. Curses. Shouldn't have been so hasty. Oh well. So I will get started firing that up. Yeah, Nosferatu is real bad. I've had that show up multiple times on Shuffle Saturday, and I'm like, never again. It's not bad enough that I'm willing to, like, quietly erase it as an option, but it's real bad. Mario Golf Advance Tour. I feel like I've played this before? Maybe? So if I do have a save file, I'll continue on it. Anyway, I'll have that fired up in soon. If you'd rather we go with something else, just let me know with a veto. Mario. Why do I have so much fucking Mario? Here we go.
Nintendo.
Definitely deliberate there. Okay, let's flip over to this screen where it should... Perfect. We'll have sound back in a minute, but 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play some Mario Golf Advanced Tour. To become Helen and Bugs, the ultimate golfer. Or wait, was it the tennis one that I played? Oh, hell yeah, we gotta play the story, right? It's Camelot, the Golden Sun people. They know how to write a good story. The Game Boy Color one, maybe. Character data? Girlb. Okay, this is definitely a file of mine. Club Lodge? It says start here. I was dreaming of cake, apparently. It's straight up just the Golden Sun controls. What you doing today, girl? Singles play? Off to play some singles, huh? Sweet. Well, enjoy yourself. I will! Marion Club Lodge. Out and about. Says here, green's under repair, temporarily off limits. Can't wait until I get the Synergy move so I can manipulate my golf shots. Paid to order golf clubs? Do I have the money for that? Apparently not. Okay, cool. Troubled golfers, enroll here to get your game analyzed and fixed. Where is singles play? We are definitely not ready for the Masters area. Sorry, the Cuckoo course is temporarily closed. Well, what about the Cocoa Puffs course? This feels like it should be a secret. What? What do you mean a one-up mushroom? Oh, it's just a level up item. Okay, cool. Yeah, power up me. I mean, I feel like I just boost my drive. Because I just want to smack that thing real hard. for a lot of the newbie courses. It says here, Elf Short course under... Well, where do I go to play some dang golf if everything is closed? Do I go here? Nah, I don't need the golf clinic yet. Give it time, though. This is the club lodge. Looking for Joe, the club champ. Practice center. No. Oh, wait, I can't enter the tourney? Sure. He trained with Kid, damn. I do know about the basic shot. Obviously. Totally. How do I go to play some damn golf? I'm not able to hit technical shots. Sure, teach me. Determine your power, push the B button. Get spin. Okay. I just want to play some damn golf. Well, Vim, you shouldn't have played story mode then. I mean, you're right. But I'm just stuck in tutorial land. Do not enter sneaky klepto territory. You can't tell me what to do. Can I, like, smack it with a golf ball? No, I'm thinking in, like, golf story terms. Hello, golf game. I would like to play golf. Small competitions, practice drills. Oh, this is go okay, but people aren't improving much, and this is just a simple approach. I heard you'll pass if you can successfully hit 7 shots out of 10. That can be done, right? It's usually easy to roll the ball up within the circle, but I always choke my last shot. You're folding under pressure. You gotta be cool to be a top golfer. Do you, though? You want to learn how to hit a running approach, too? Sure. It's pretty easy to grasp the running approach technique. You should commit it to memory. If you go for the pin and just miss the green, this is the best shot to try for the hole with. To get par or better, you must get within 3 yards of the hole. Oh, I'm screwed. Roll the ball, avoid it carrying a lot of energy. Great. How do I do that? Pick a club that lets you land the ball on the green's edge and roll it to the pin. Select your approach. Next, select your club. Hit the ball so it carries just onto the green and rolls to the pin. A 4-iron? Really? Oh, I have it in, like, approach shot. With top spin on it. Nice shot! Okay, that's cool. Super top spin? Sorry, I'm not— No! I just wanted to play golf. God damn it. A 4-iron, obviously. Oh. They're like, damn it, you're hopeless too. I just want to get to the golf in this golf game. It's tough at first, but you should definitely master the shot if you want to improve your scores. Nah, I'm fine. Just let me play an actual game of golf, I swear to God. There was like a little, there's a little, like, booth out here. Is that where I, like, sign up for tournaments? Everybody's all fired up to see how kids' students are gonna turn out. Wanna play around? No, damn it. Yes, play around. Enter attorney. Starter wearing the sun visor. We'll take it from there. Yes, I am girl. Your group is ready. Please head for the tee if you would. Have a good round. Hole 1. That is a very long way. That is way farther than I can drive. Do I not have, like... I guess a one-wood is technically the same as, like, a driver. Anyway, let me just... Wait. Can I change my shots with... No, not camera mode. With, like, B? Power shot. Now we're talking. Not that that gives me that much more, but hey. There we go. That's a solid hit. If I do say so myself. Golf games are also kind of comfy to me. Best drive! Compared to who, though? 199 to pin. There's no wind. Maybe I want just a normal shot. Let me just smack it again and see how it... Shit. Unless... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Definitely not power. Approach. I'm gonna go for like something like this. Oh god. Oh god. I've ruined everything. Unless I'll take that. Par putt. I can't see shit. But I didn't need to. I'll take a nice par. Noodle and you stroll and stew? Poor Seabass, he's one above par. What a joker. Okay, I do need to start getting my score up a little bit, though. He is here to make the art of golf beautiful. We go for the just slapping approach. That part of golf I get. The rest, I kind of figured out from there. Ooh. I don't know about shooting through the trees like this, but I feel like I don't have a better option. Will I clear the trees like that? I mean, may as well go for it, right? Yeah, let me go like this. There we go. That should be good. Come on. Tree, do not screw me. Yes? Yes? Damn it. Okay, I need just like a tiny little slap. Tiny little, like, slap. Pin shot? Ow. Okay, we're again putting for par and I can't... Oh, okay. That should be... fine? Okay. I mean, par is not gonna win me anything, probably. Oh god, Noodle is destroying us. -4? Seriously? Oh, this is a very short hole. Phrasing? Eh. Let me club down a little bit. Because this is these have a tendency to go a little bit further than I anticipate in this game. Come on. No, damn you, physics. Incline. What if I do a normal hit? 30 yards to pin, right? Yeah, let me go for something like this. Perhaps? Maybe? Hey, that's basically a gimme at this point. But that's still only par. I need to be getting some birdies or something. Oh shit. Pain, suffering even. The shame we have dropped. Okay, Noodle is being brought down bit by bit to the level of a mere mortal. Thankfully. Oh god, this is a really long hole. At least it's a par 5. I can just smash power shots all day. And just no thoughts had empty this entire course. We continue doing power shots. So all I gotta do is hit powerful shots. I can do that all day. It's the short game where I get screwed over, it feels like. Okay, let me go for... Yeah, maybe like this, and aim for full power? Maybe club up a little bit and like go for a little bit lower. Yeah, something like this, I think. Oh shit. Don't screw me. Okay, that's okay. I can live with that. I'm on the green at least. And I'm putting for a birdie. Ooh. I like this theme. Great amounts of tension. I need a little bit more power because I'm going, like, against the slight incline here, I think. Maybe, like, right here. Come on. Got it! It so is. It so is. You're exactly right. Okay, I'm hanging in there. I got some more holes to come back. Not all is lost yet. More... Well, I only have a limited number of power shots. You know what? It's fine. I feel like it's on the longer pars when I need to really slap things with power shots to, like, make up for distance. Okay, that one was pretty good. I tried learning how to golf in high school. I think I mentioned that before on stream. But I just kind of never really stuck with it. It was actually something I was, like, doing through the school a little bit, and then I just, like, stopped taking it seriously and stopped caring. Through high school, rather. Because I had a vague notion that I might want to, like, do businessman stuff at some point. My dad said it did help him out, but, you know, world keeps changing, etc. And he said he was a bad golfer, and he was still, like, he wasn't exactly unwelcome at those gatherings. So it was like, alright, if I need that, I can just be, like, the terrible golfer that everyone dunks on. That's fine. Ooh, I am just, like... Man, I am shooting a field goal here between these trees. Damn. Don't screw me. Just gotta hold in the press like the... I mean, that's the quiet part so far. That's the quiet part. I feel like there's no way, right? This is too far, and the angles are bad, or the slope is bad. I mean, there's maybe a hope? Maybe? I'll try it. Little extra power to help it overcome. Alright! Nice. Alright. I'm in the top 3 at least. I still got a few holes to go. There's some hope here. There's some hope here. Okay, par 4. All these holes are like, yeah, there's no wind. There's just no wind. I'm like, what do you mean there's no wind? That's not a thing. They're like, yeah, no wind. Or like 2 miles per hour. I suppose in later holes they're like, oh yeah, you have to worry about wind now. This may be a terrible decision, but I am gonna just go with a driver and try and, like, take the direct approach. Yeah. I don't have any wins, so I guess I just go for, like, max power? Yeah, be unga bunga this, I think. So long as I don't land in the water, we're good. Yes, yes! Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, I don't like that angle that we're having to putt against. I'll angle it, like, up a little bit to try and offset that, I guess. And a little extra oomph. Damn. Oh well, par is still fine. Par is still fine. I will huff that copium. It's so hard to hit it with minimum power. You have to, like, double tap A, basically. Jesus. -5? What? Jesus. These people really need to start being bad at golf. Okay, this is a par 5. I feel like I burned power shots here. Though I didn't do, like, max power on that power shot, so it's not the best, but max power on this power shot surely will not betray me. There we go. Slap that thing. Hill, hill, don't. Okay, that's still the fairway. We're fine. What the hell is the AW? Yeah, at least give me, like, the 9 iron here. Yeah, let me go maybe like this? And, like, hit it a little softly. Just get it a little soft. Come on, come on. Sink it, sink it. No. Still, that's fine. That's a good setup. I can probably get the birdie here. The angles are acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. They're working with me, so I'll try to go a little underpower, I think. And completely screw it up. You don't win in golf by just getting par. At least not when you're playing against the AI. Case in point. Because I'm gonna assume this is one of those where it's like, if you don't get first, then you basically fail at life, and they act like, oh, that's just the same as being defeated. Yeah, cheating confirmed. It sure feels like it. I mean, you know, I was probably supposed to, like, maybe level up my girl more before I dove straight into the tournament, maybe do some of the golf tutorials, but yeah. Let me go for, like, maybe like this and, like, club down. I'm a little worried about that wind, though it's pretty minor. It's not great. Okay, we need more power than that. Come on. Okay, let's have the approach wedge that definitely exists. Sure. Can I get a, like... I guess this is as good as I get. Okay. go. Come on. Sink it. Sink it. It's basketball. Damn it. It's still pretty good. Par putt. God, this track is so Golden Sun. You son of a bitch. Ah. Yeah, we're still in the top 4. It's fine. Real Peach? As opposed to the fake Peach? Well, wait, was it this game or was it the Camelot tennis game that had, like, the mysterious masked golfers and they were clearly just, like, the Mario characters? And they tried to pretend like we weren't supposed to know who they were immediately because Camelot can't write their way out of a paper bag. Like, I love them, mostly for their earlier projects, but boy howdy, they're writing. Oof. That was not as much power as I wanted. Oh? Okay, I'm on the green. It's fine. It's just there's a lot of issues with, like, missed potential, and, like, you'll probably get the full scope of it when Madge eventually does the Lost Stage video. Like, Golden Sun is mostly a game of setup, and then the Lost Stage, like, just reveals so many of the... There's the kind of, like, meme that, another YouTube reviewer, Mandalore Gaming, who I watched, is like, why is he doing this? Is he stupid? Is he confused? There's kind of a lot of that going on when you get later into Golden Sun, where it's like, there's just a basic miscommunication that could have solved everything, like, 60 hours ago that no one bothered to do because they didn't want you to have the information because the devs hate you. And that frustrates me. But, like, they're fine. Just, they're not exactly masterpieces of even video game writing, I would say. And it embitters me a lot to them because they have a lot of good ideas, just the execution in a lot of areas is very lacking. That and, the Lost Stage does this thing where, like, they rely a lot on, like, just kind of exploring randomly until you find where you need to go, and as someone who has basically a negative sense of direction, that was very rough on a young Vim, and I've never forgiven them for it. Let me go with, like, a 4 wood and club down a little bit, but hey, no shade if you love those games, there's certainly stuff there to appreciate. They do some things well, just... I feel like a lot of people that are like, oh, I love Golden Sun, have some serious nostalgia blindness going on, and some copium. Exactly, the gameplay, music, and art are what carry the games. Camelot has always been very good with their visual stylings, whatever system they're developing on. Story's just a brain turn off and go through the motions. Yeah, pretty much. That's about the shape of it. Let me get a little extra oomph. Maybe a little too much. Nope. Perfect. But yeah, they're not bad, just a lot of missed potential. And, like, I feel like I can see the shape of the game they wanted to make in a few places, and it just makes me so sad that that's not the game we have. I have been tempted to, like, grab and emulate, the third game on the DS, because I've heard a lot of very divisive things. Like, even the Golden Sun fan base is willing to admit that that game is bad, so I'm like, ooh, is it, like, entertainingly bad? Oh, well, that is fair, Silvar, but the nice thing about the original Golden Sun is it's, like, maybe 10-12 hours long if you don't do the side quest stuff. I might be exaggerating slightly, but it is not a long game. But if it's not speaking to you in that first hour, things don't really get better. because I feel like a lot of people like give it too much credit for like the genie collecting, because you know it scratches people's like Pokemon itch. Damn, Nate. Yeah, I have a buddy who's a big Golden Sun defender, and I bring up Dark Dawn, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, oh shit." At least I'm not in the sand trap, I guess. Okay, let me give this a go, because I feel like for an amount of time, like the GBA was weirdly like light on JRPGs. It's mostly what I know the system for now. Like, there's a lot of good RPGs on it. But I feel like Golden Sun was like a big, like, this is a big JRPG! And so I got excited for that. Yeah, I've never understood that drive myself. Rabu. I mean, I've never had the completionist urge. Like, 99% of the time, I'm like, why would you want to 100% this game? That's... This is fine. God damn it. Oh, hey, I'm still number 2. That's fine. With only... Oh, wow. With only 1 minute left. Will I remain number 2? I'm definitely not gonna have time to finish this tournament. So you know what? Power shot it right onto the green. Screw it. Go for broke. Why not? Gerbil does not screw around. That pin hit might have actually saved it. That would have kept going way too far otherwise. Okay, let me like go up just a little bit and like try like this. Nope, that does not do it. Or putt. God damn it. It must be the rain. I blame the rain. And on that depressing note, Gerb definitely lost the competition. Never mind that she's tied for second. She definitely lost. For This Is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. That's a little taste of some good old Mario Golf. But we're moving on. If you're just coming in, I roll a game out of a pool of around 1,600 from here, and we play that game for the next 30 minutes. If you don't like what comes up, let me know with a veto. This may be last game of the night. We'll see how I'm feeling after this next game comes up. Still got a little bit of a tickle in my throat, and I'm a little concerned about that, because I definitely want to do like a good, solid, long stream of Pentiment tomorrow. And that's going to be a lot of voice acting as well. So I want to like rest my voice if there's any indication it's getting a little rough. Let me drink some water here. Gamba? Sure. Yes, you may have your Gamba. I will give you some time to do the Gamba. I also have Monday off for Labor Day. I know Hugh and I and I don't know if he is going to be streaming this, but I know he and I are going to be doing some WoW Classic stuff. I will not be streaming my POV. I don't want to make WoW content. It's just an arbitrary line in the sand that I have drawn, but I don't want to stream World of Warcraft. Never will. But I could be streaming later on in that day. Might get started on some good old cozy Fire Emblem, perhaps. And by cozy, I mean playing Genealogy mostly blind because I crave suffering. Every Fire Emblem fan watching this just went, oh god! Probably. No, I mean, at least it ain't Thracia, from what I've heard. At least it ain't Thracia. Because, damn it, it's been a while since I played a Fire Emblem, and I feel like we are about due. But that's probably just going to be a, like, whenever I feel like it sort of game, because that's going to take me a while. And weeknights continue to be very unpredictable for when I can stream, just as I continue to get accustomed to the new day job. I used to play Final Fantasy XIV. My old man reflexes are no longer good enough to let me raid. And, like, I like the aesthetic aspect, but I don't know. Also, most of my friends who played it have kind of dropped off. I will probably pick it up a little bit when the new expansion comes out. Probably, because I want to dress my fanboy Mikote up in more, cute outfits, because that draw will always be there. But, I only play WoW in the, hardcore classic version, where, you die, you delete your character, you cannot resurrect. I feel like that adds a lot of very interesting spice to it. Otherwise, I would have no interest in WoW. Because I played that a lot way back in the day, and just kind of like, it was too much. Congratulations, chat. Both of you that bet on PC and Steam. Yeah, no one's gonna win anything, even if both of you are right. I'm just gonna refund and roll here. So next up for Shuffle Saturday, I feel like the kind of risk of, like, death, like, kind of enhances it for me. Like, it is a huge sting when you die, but, like, I don't know, it makes it so much more engaging to me. Next up shall be Monster Hunter World. How big is the download on that one? The only Monster Hunter game... No, 51 gigs. No, sorry. That is too big a download. I have to throw that one out at an executive level. That would take too long to download. But hey, you guys would have been right, so outcome would have been the same. Yeah, I already deleted the prediction, though. Sorry. Die, you can never... There was a Flash game like that back in the day. It was called, like, One Chance. But, of course, people found a way to circumvent it. But basically, you could only play the game once, because it would, like, remember. And if you tried to, like, boot it up again in a fresh window or something, it would just take you back to the results screen you got. It was interesting. Very story-focused, too. A little melodramatic, but I liked it. Instead of that, we... Oh, I should have taken the download. Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver for the Game Boy. Yeah, I ain't gonna argue against that. The rare double veto. Sorry, I try not to beg for vetoes like that, but boy howdy, that game does not sound like a good time. Instead of that, we shall play... What? Social Justice Warriors for the PC? What the hell is this? This has gotta be an itch.io game I own. Right? Like, that has to be a thing. Social Justice Warriors. A satirical game about online interaction. With social justice paladins, social justice clerics, social justice... Oh boy, this is probably gonna be a train wreck. But hey, I'm willing to give it a go. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that you'd vetoed again. I still thought that was the one for Hot Wheels. Very well, you resend the veto. Okay. Cool. I will... Oh, wow, it's already downloaded. Okay. This is an itch.io game, so I have no idea how well this is going to play. I've gotten some good stuff out there from sometimes, but also bear in mind you can use the veto command mid-game, so if this is a dumpster fire, we can nope out of there. And if we cut a game short, I won't let that be the end of the night. I'm here for the train wreck. Every glorious moment of it. Okay, let's see. How do you fire up? You fire up windowed. Okay, let's flip over to here. No, continue the music while I get this figured out. Specific window. Okay. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play Social Justice Warriors. Don't battle for social justice. How to play the game. If your patience is high, your attacks will hit. If your patience is low, your attacks will miss. If your reputation is high, attacks are stronger. Unlock new powers with improved sanity and reputation. Paladin, Mage, Cleric, Rogue. Each class has 4 standard attacks. A logical attack that affects patience with low accuracy. Mixed attack that affects both with medium accuracy. Personal attack that affects rep with high accuracy but damages your own reputation. Special? What? Oh, the rogue incurs a reputation cost. At 95% reputation or patience, you transform into a social justice champion who seeks a different outcome. Understand your trolls. Rabid troll, popular troll, intellectual troll, monstrous troll, troll warlord. Gain favor with allies who support your cause. Bard, necromancer. Wait, social justice necromancer? Alright, the game sounds a little loud in my ears to you guys. I don't know if it's fine on stream. Let's battle for social justice. Oh, I only get one character. Your patron deities are... No, I can't be the Reddit class. Duels using 140 characters or less. Channels the power of the online community they serve. Conjures powerful construct of fact and opinion to alter minds and reality. The beeps are a bit loud, but not unbearable. Okay. I think I will be the social justice rogue. I don't care about the damage to my reputation. I just want to take those bastards down. How can someone champion feminism when they're not even a real woman? Let's see. He has low reputation but high patience. So, let me launch a flurry of character attacks. How can you even stand to look at yourself in the mirror? The troll proves too agile at dodging responsibility for its actions. Ignorant troll uses appeal to common practice. Minorities are just as racist. That just underscores the need to work together to eliminate racism from society. I shall poison people's minds against the troll. You walk among the opposition, refilling their confidence with a solution of your own devising. The troll's supporters began to withdraw en masse. Ignorant troll uses faulty generalization. I built my life one success at a time. Poor people should try harder to better themselves too. Not everyone has the same circumstances and opportunities. Let me retreat into the shadows of the internet to heal up. It'll be as if you never existed in the first place. Infamy turns to legend, legend turns to myth. Soon that too will be forgotten. Ignorant troll uses slippery slope. Activism is just a few steps away from becoming a Nazi. What? Alright. A flurry of character attacks. Quality isn't much a factor, so much as quantity. This one's smarter than it looks. Ignorant troll uses wall of text. When did the world get to the place where when you try to express your opinion and have a rational discussion about your beliefs, you attack and demonize, being the only one willing to give a damn about the important things that need to be... You can't believe you read the whole thing. A flurry of character attacks. You draw a variety of verbal ammunitions from within your cloak. No amount of denial can last forever. Oh god, another internet troll. Nobody complains that every classic book has a male protagonist. Why shouldn't that be the way things are here? Costs patience and rep, but I have a little more patience than rep, so let me try the barbs. You know just what unpleasant truths this type hates to hear. The troll becomes enraged. Ignorant troll uses an argument from authority. I have a master's degree, you know. Your education doesn't invalidate other people's opinions. The patience attack worked well last time. You gather some particularly potent ammunition custom designed for your target. You won't miss next time. Ignorant troll uses slippery slope. You really want to live in a world where everybody's the same? Not the same, but equals. I need to retreat into the shadows of the internet. I need to heal up. Ignorant troll uses argument from incredulity. There's no way I'm gonna believe that's true. Choosing not to believe doesn't make it false. Strike a nerve. After some consideration, you know exactly how to undermine this argument. The troll loses its composure as you vanish back into the crowd. A social justice ranger takes the shot. Ignorant troll uses burden of proof. You still haven't proven to me that anything you say is true. You begin to doubt there will ever be enough proof. A social justice druid appears out of nowhere with a perplexing riddle. Who deserves your respect? Given this game, everyone who agrees with me? Oh. Says, you may find that list getting smaller. Shadows of the internet, I need to heal. Because he is already dead. Level 3 popular troll. If anything, there should be more male protagonists in games to reflect the fact that mostly men play video games. He has a very good reputation. Do the patience attack. Success. Popular troll uses dismissal. Your feminist whining isn't gonna change my mind. The facts won't change your mind, what will? Attack patience. You know this type, you've walked among them for years, you'll complete the job. It missed! How could this be? Popular troll uses strawman argument. Everybody agrees murder is wrong, but who actually thinks you can educate people to stop murdering? You're not gonna educate racism away either. Education, understanding, and empathy can solve more than you think. Oh god, social justice druid. Don't kill me. How do you address inequality? The communism? Oh! That was correct, I guess. While you may not have equal ability, at least now you have equal opportunity. Wow, that healed my reputation up a lot. But my patience is still a bit low. I still go for the patience attack, I think. Your sniping aggravates the troll into showing its true colors. Popular troll uses ad hominem. Feminist is just another word for sexist. Feminist beliefs tend to claim men and women are equally capable, not that one is inferior to the other. Shadows of the internet. I need to heal up my patience. Social justice ranger spots an opportunity. Troll is defeated. Success. Internet troll level 5. If you think complaining about the way people treat you is going to change anything, you're sadly mistaken. Poison people's minds against a troll. I shall use the power of my online clout to destroy him. You catch more flies with honey, but kill more flies with poison honey. People begin to see the troll's true face. Internet troll uses ad hominem. I don't know why I'm arguing with someone as stupid as you. Then please just stop. Continue poisoning people's minds. Best way to undermine the target is to mix in a dose of truth. The troll stumbles as its support vanishes. Social justice sorcerer admires your wit and charges you with power, expanding your range. Internet troll uses denial. I'm not being sexist, I'm just stating facts. Not facts, misinformation. Flurry of character attacks should be enough. What have you done to improve anyone's quality of life? The barrage cuts through the troll's defenses. Internet troll uses appeal to pity. You are telling the people who are trying to stop evil that they're committing hate crimes. Really helpful. Isn't evil just a vague, poorly defined binary label? How do you stop evil? Holy water? Flurry of character attacks. Can you name one useful thing you've contributed to society lately? At least one comment pierces the troll's armor. You've gained the favor with the Social Justice Rangers. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. If they'd go back to their own country, we'd solve the unemployment problem. Your reputation is bad, so let me do the poison tactic. But they had already poisoned the drinks themselves! Egads! Ignorant Troll uses dismissal. At least 99% of these death threats aren't even serious. 1% of 1,000 death threats is still 10 serious threats. Retreat to the shadows. Ignorant Troll uses vague threats. Your day of reckoning approaches, loathsome one. You spray your drink all over the computer screen. Poison their minds! As your words take effect, you unmask the troll with glee. Ignorant Troll uses begging the question. Why do you hate white people so much? What hate? Asking them to acknowledge the economic and social disparities between racial communities? Flurry of character attacks? Anything can be a weapon if you throw it hard enough. But it missed. Ignorant Troll uses just making conversation. I hate to condescend, but... You keep saying that, but it doesn't seem like you mean it. I need to heal. Ignorant Troll uses crude threats. I'm gonna... You... How could anyone say that to another human being? Inconceivable! Oh boy, my patience is almost down. I need to finish this now. Poison attack. Ooh. Ignorant Troll uses circulate a list of social justice warriors in journalism. Most all of sight is horrible. Avoid. You are confused. I need to heal. Another patient said it's gonna kill me. Ignorant Troll uses victim blaming. If she didn't want to get raped, she shouldn't have dressed like that. Jesus Christ. Why is the burden on the victim and not the violator? Poison their minds! Troll supporters begin to withdraw en masse. Victory! Ooh, the intellectual troll. He's very strong. Oh, we got the boss theme music here. I'm white and I get attacked all the time because of my race. It's not that bad. Oh, I have different attacks. Disorient with a deceptive cloud of alternate accounts. Patience and rapid minor. I don't have the poison minds attack anymore. Because I needed to hit their reputation, because they've got a lot of patience. This is a new option, though. Let me try. You cloak yourself in illusions. The troll exhausts itself attacking the decoys. Intellectual Troll uses denial. It's not offensive, it's just a joke! There's no justification for it. Oh god, social justice druid, please don't kill me. What kind of person would disagree with you? A hateful person? Ooh, that's a big hit! Social justice druid says, then that's who this person must be. Okay. Oh wait, I can't cast from patience. My patience is almost dead. Let me just do character attacks, because that has high accuracy. How can you even stand to look at yourself in the mirror? The troll's denial must be limitless. A rapid troll uses ad hominem. Exactly what a fascist would say. Oh wait, no, I was giving him a different voice, whatever. What? How? Oh boy, I'm almost dead. Heal! Rabid Troll uses anecdotal fallacy. If that were true, I'd know about it. Your headache gets a little bigger. Dispatch messenger birds with news of your deeds. Defanged 5 malcontents in the caverns of the mistaken sails. Okay. We go again with the different class. What did the different ones do? Okay, so the rogue... Oh, but if you used any personal attacks, don't expect your reputation to improve. So basically, rogue is just a danger class. So let me try, let's destroy them with facts and logic. As Tubert, the social justice mage. Isn't it telling that there aren't other religious groups trying to murder everyone around them? Don't even bother bringing up the Crusades, because that happened over 2,000 years ago. Medium chance of success, highly effective against patience. Likely chance of success affects patience and rep. Highly likely to ruin their reputation, but costs a lot of your own. Article, very effective, takes 2 turns, costs a little patience, increases rep. So I have a high reputation damage that casts from my reputation, but I can heal my reputation as well. I know, right? That's just not accurate. Let's attack with Blog and see how well that works. You wiggle your fingers and activate the correct runes to cast your electrifying opinions into the minds of many. The troll is shocked by your claim. Shocked! Stubborn troll uses argument from incredulity. There's no way I'm gonna believe that's true. Why even bother arguing with someone determined not to accept facts? Blog! You zap the troll with the zinger of a blog post. Your words may be shocking, but they get results. I do love me some Crusader Kings. Crusade's such an exploitable mechanic, and I love them. My favorite was when I did Norse Crusades to completely destroy Catholicism and force the Pope to convert to my Norse religion. It was funny. Stubborn troll uses proof by assertion. There's no issue with inequality here. I wish people would stop saying there is. Someone should let all those people know their problems aren't real. You know what? I wanted... No, blog attack is working. Let me just keep zinging him with that. Your magnetic personality gets things in motion. The troll proceeds to blow a fuse. A social justice sorcerer admires your wit and charges you with power, expanding your range. Stubborn troll uses burden of proof. But can you prove that's true? You start explaining from the beginning yet again. Blog attack! You attempt to enlighten the crowd. The audience is galvanized by your opinions. The stubborn troll is defeated. A rabid troll. It's the minorities that get all the opportunities. Summon activists with archived evidence, affects rep and patience, costs rep, restores patience. I could use a patience heal, actually. You release the troll's words into the digital winds and wait for them to call others into battle. Troll breaks your focus before casting could complete. Damn. Troll uses crude threats. How could someone say that to another human being? Inconceivable! We need patience heal. We publish documents to draw powerful beings from the ether, but everyone else is busy today. Rabid Troll uses unraveling the conspiracy. They want to take our guns away so they can complete the plan to oppress us. Do you really need a gun to defend yourself from someone else's beliefs? Yeah, and this... this is quite a game. Oops, sorry, that mutes the, just muting the ads there. Yeah, this is a game. I want to try the immolation attack. You antagonize with an inflammatory comment. The troll sees at the recognition. Ooh, that's big damage. Rabid Troll uses slippery slope. Activism is just a few steps away from becoming a Nazi. Can't even begin to respond to this. Blog attack. The masses are polarized. Yeah, Rogue is just too dangerous. Oh, popular troll. Why can't we just talk about video games without talking about sexism? Point-by-point rebuttal. We need to attack his patience, because he has high reputation. You trace an irrefutable pattern of reason. Unfortunately, things only get more heated. Popular troll uses 2K? You made a misogynistic joke 6 years ago. Why should we listen to anything you have to say? You made a misogynistic joke 6 minutes ago. We need a reputation heal. Publish the article. It will take time to complete the incantation. Popular troll uses dismissal. At least 99% of those death threats aren't even serious. The social justice bard tells the tale of Bimbert, the heroic rogue, defanged 5 malcontents in the caverns of the mistaken sails. You bestow favorable comments upon the bard. The incantation completes. You conjure an organized discourse to unite others to your cause. The masses are swayed by your powerful prose. It's a critical hit. Why do people have to think they have the right not to get offended? Don't we all deserve to live in a world without hate and discrimination? Point-by-point rebuttal. You unleash an icy third of a base times height on the troll. Unfortunately, things only get more heated. Uses argument from authority. There are more women supporting us than against us. You have more than 1 billion women supporting you? Point by point. You engineer a mimetic marvel. The troll freezes in its tracks. Popular troll uses victim blaming. Trying awfully hard to make people believe you're oppressed. Yes, while wondering why we have to try so hard. Oh god, social justice druid, get out of my life. What do you want? What is the worst quality a person could have? Values the opinions equally? Social justice druid says no chance of that here. Shit. You healed my opponent? Damn it, social justice druid. Point-by-point rebuttal. Doesn't work. The only reason people become SJWs is out of shame that they are also bigots. Not so much ashamed of themselves as ashamed of other people in their vicinity. Come on, the rebuttal. You engineer a mimetic marvel. A few moments of contemplation slowed the troll. Rabid troll.
Ever hear of separation of church and state? The government needs to stop promoting the religion of secularism.
Immolation attack. Well, wait. No, let me do the summon attack, because that heals me and attacks him. You begin weaving words into a tapestry of insightful headers and moving metaphors. It will take time to complete the incantation.
Another professional victim crying wolf.
Is it even worth arguing to convince them? God damn it, social justice druid. No. Best quality a person could have. Changes opinions based on new information? Says, why don't you give it a shot? God damn it, druid. The incantation completes. You conjure an organized discourse to unite others to your cause. People just don't read anymore. The battle continues. Random internet person uses burden of proof. Oh wait, they changed from being rabid troll to random internet person? Name 7 examples. It's going to be a long night. Your patience frays a little around the edges. Okay. All or nothing. Immolation attack. You press send and light the fuse on an imminent explosion. The troll gets steamed. Random internet person uses denial.
I'm not racist. I'm anti-racist. I just want people to stop telling people they're racist.
Take a whole lot less words to stop being racist. Point by point. No. The blog attack. That's right. Blog attack is the general purpose. With the recitation of a few familiar phrases, the incantation is complete. Conversation becomes more grounded. Okay, regular internet troll. I'll never understand the misguided outrage of self-elected feminists. Blog attack? Because you're about equal on both, I guess? Or I could do the summon. No, that costs patience, and my patience is bad. Blog attack. Troll is reinvigorated by fresh material. Damn. Internet troll uses post hoc ergo proctor hoc. That never happened until those people showed up, so it must be their fault. What? How? Blog. Activate the correct runes to cast your electrifying opinions into the minds of many. You polarize the masses. Internet troll uses fallacy of relative privation. If you really believed in human rights, you'd go to some country where they still have slavery and campaign there instead. There are many injustices in the world. If only we could fix them all at once. I need to attack patience now, because that's a little lower. Point by point! You coalesce a design of easily proven facts, but it doesn't work. Uses victim blaming. I bet the whole thing was faked. Is it even worth arguing to convince them? Point by point! Ooh, okay, got him with that. Internet troll uses dismissal. Everyone experiences harassment. Women are just too sensitive about it. And how could you possibly know how badly all women are harassed? Oh god, I am almost dead on patience. Point by point. Ah, he's still alive. Social Justice Ranger. Fuck him up. Nice, okay. Barely made it. I'm super dead next time. You've gained favor with the Social Justice Necromancer. Nah, I don't understand why everyone hates skeletons. Boss fight, intellectual troll. They're the ones immigrating to my country, so they're the ones that need to make an effort to integrate into society. Me understanding their culture would be pointless when it's way more efficient to just assimilate ours. But with only 3 minutes left, can I convince him of his misguided ways? Let us immolate him with a direct confrontation. And it misses. Shit. Uses wild accusations. Every word that comes out of your mouth is a lie. Can you provide evidence to refute anything I've said? Oh god damn it, Social Justice Druid. I really hope you save me here. What is your opinion of opinions? They're necessary for communication. Oh, I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. Oh, okay, healed the opposition too, but that's fine. It was only attacking his reputation. Only ad hominem attacks here. You incite an intense backlash. The troll becomes incensed. It hurts its reputation in consternation. An intellectual troll uses denial. I'm not being sexist, I'm just stating facts. And your facts are fabricated to support your sexist views? That's a problem. Okay, now I just need to do the blogging attack because I can't afford to cast from HP anymore. You flip the switch and attempt to spark a movement. Internet intellectual troll uses victim blaming. They should learn to stand up for themselves instead of wallowing in self-pity. Some people do nothing but stand up for themselves all day, every day. Social Justice Bard tells the tale of Vimbert and heals me. Okay, my patience has recovered a little bit. I do the summon. The summon seems like a good move here. You begin weaving words into a tapestry of insightful headers and moving metaphors. Intellectual troll uses denial. I'm not being racist, I'm just stating facts. When your facts are fabricated, it's a problem. Incantation completes! But it doesn't deal any damage, it just heals me, so damn it. Intellectual troll uses appeal to pity. I'm white and I get attacked all the time because of my race. You don't see me complaining about it. How do you know other people have an experience much worse than you? Blog attack. Nope. You'd wager words are worth 1,000 jewels. Tinfoil hats must not be very conductive. Social Justice Ranger. Uses expertly photoshopped scandal. Oh, this evidence clearly shows your real stance on these issues. It's so convincing that you almost believe it's real. All or nothing. Immolation attack. Nope, it fails and I die. Wait, but the Necromancer! The Necromancer brings me back. Okay, I think this is gonna be last game and we are at time, but I'm gonna go until I die, because I just got a second chance from the Necromancer, and I want to make my Skelly Boy proud. Okay, so Immolation attack kills me. So I just need to... I need to do the blog attack. It's not enough to revive the crowd. New user... What? A new user? Oh my god, he rebuilt his reputation by changing his name. You son of a bitch. That's great. That's funny. People are drawn to my magnetism. Uses denial. I'm not being Islamophobic, I'm just stating facts. If facts are fabricated, it's a problem. And I die. Defeated 5 Momes in the epoch of the wild earth, beaten by utter despair. Alas, Tubert, you were the best among us. Truly. Well, that was a game. That was a game. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I feel like it just kind of took shots at everybody, and I appreciate that. That's very not what I was expecting. Oh yeah, it was made by a super smug asshole. And definitely someone who spent a lot of time, wasted a lot of time having arguments on the internet. So that is going to do it for this Shuffle Saturday. Thank y'all for joining me. Spend a little bit of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time may be for you. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow streaming some Pentiments for some medieval artist detective religious whatever. There's a murder at some point. I know that much. Yeah, thanks for hanging out so much, Silver. Good to see you. And thank you to everybody else. Who can I give a good raid to? Oh, No Limits streaming. Oh, actually, Flare is doing some more subathon stuff. It really was. It really went all over the place. Flare Wolf, fair warning to y'all, Flare Wolf is an 18+ furry PNG tuber. If you hate that, fair enough. I'm gonna give him raid. Funny guy. He's doing the tail end of some subathon stuff that I missed out on before. I will be back tomorrow. I feel like my brain is mush from this Social Justice Warriors game, because my mind. Tail end. Quite so, quite so. Anyway, go say hi to Flare. Yeah, thank you again, everybody, for watching. My name is Vimbert. I'll see you around the internets.